Krabs porn.
It's literally Sandy Cheeks, Mr. Krabs, and Plankton porn. Yeah.
Can someone do Mr. Krabs' impression? That was actually pretty good.
Plankton.
Have you been practicing
You're gonna
that?
take my cock.
You're like our personal AI. Can you do it? Can you do it like Mr. Krabs is in a porn?
Can you?
I know.
She's bouncing on it, matey. SpongeBob, me boy. She's going crazy style on it.
Jesus Christ.
That's the first clip for the
Is
fucking
that his
Instagram.
nut too? Like when he
No, his nut is...
pre-jack?
I'm gonna... Hang on. I'm gonna come.
Jesus Christ, dude. I'm going to have to fix this fucking audio so much.
No.
No.
Jesus.
We were gonna, and didn't we say last episode we're gonna try and do like more professional introductions? Nope, you ain't getting it.
Pearl isn't even my biological daughter.
That was my next question. Is Pearl the stepdaughter? She's a whale.
Oh, no, we don't.
Oh my God, that makes it even worse. You nasty bitch.
It's not, let's kill
You nasty bitch.
He's the one that said it.
Oh my God.
Anyways, Lynn's here.
Hello.
Can you guys? Yeah, he's in frame. There he
Hello.
He's
Hi.
back after 2-3 months.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
took a little break.
So I was kind of scared of the whole ICE deportation thing, so I didn't want to show my face at all. But now that, you
Where
know,
would they send you?
Yeah, where are you
Yeah,
going?
where would
Where
you...
the fuck would you
Where'd you
go?
get sent?
I don't know. I guess the
They'd be
Philippines?
confused.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, if you can get a free flight to the Philippines,
I know.
might be worth it, because that shit's expensive, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Back when I
yeah.
was working at my old job, all of my coworkers would be like, yeah, it's like $2,100 just to get back over there.
So they just didn't go on the boat or the door they drifted on?
They came in on visas. On work visas, dog.
Yeah, I need you to put your mouth over that fucking thing.
Yeah, so I'm back.
Lynn's
Hello.
back for a second.
Yeah.
Maybe forever. We'll see.
And then I think we're having another guest next week. Tony?
Yeah, I think Tony
Baloney's coming on.
See, we're
He's
finally
coming.
getting we're
Tony
finally
Baloney.
getting guests.
That's
Not that we
cool.
haven't had him before, but now we're like really doing it.
Oh, you haven't met Tony, huh?
I don't think I met Tony.
Okay.
I
Tony's
met
dope.
Devin.
Yeah.
Shouts
dude,
out Devin.
Yeah.
We
Love
can
you,
get him
buddy.
on again. We got to figure out a way to get him just virtually.
Did you ever see that? Well, did you ever see that episode?
No,
We had like
no.
five
He doesn't watch.
fucking
He doesn't
people.
watch.
I don't watch.
You
He
hate
only
us.
watches the
I-
ones that he's on.
I don't even watch those ones. I have my wife watch it, and then
She says you guys are too
What the
racist.
fuck did you just say?
You're racist.
What's wrong with you guys?
what are you
So
what are
much.
you talking about ass play for? Is that what you
Did we
want to
talk
do?
about
Talking
ass
about
play?
porn? Why are you talking about porn?
Oh no, that was off.
That was
off-
Kanye. We weren't talking about porn. Kanye was.
Yeah,
Or
that
Ye.
was off
I
the record.
apologize.
Sorry. Yeah,
We're not talking
me and James
about
were talking about ass play.
We're talking about porn.
Huh?
We're talking about Hard Eyes today.
Well, you are.
Because me and James watched it. You watched it too.
Yeah, but I don't really care about it.
What is up with this? Where did this come from?
I think
That
Hayden
was
just
my
likes.
room. I
Oh,
was having
pillow.
really bad issues in my back, so I had to because I sleep on my side, so I have to put a pillow in between my leg.
You don't have sleep apnea, do you?
I probably do, yeah, but
Wait.
that's why I have the
got
that
that
bed that
bed.
goes up.
Mm.
But I sleep on my side, so it just it fucks me up completely.
Do you know
Either
what
I sleep normally,
Yeah. Go on.
like I breathe normally,
Yeah.
and I'm just like I like have to end up being
you
on
have
my side.
you
halfway
have
through
one of
the night.
those. You don't use one of those
No,
masks.
not the machine.
So, because I know that with sleep apnea, if you use an Arabian gas mask, I can help you with this.
yeah,
Yeah,
if you come in every night, yeah, that'd be great.
I'll definitely come in.
He's coming somewhere.
I thought it was an Arabian sandblast, but
What?
isn't that what it's called?
Why
Well,
is it
it's
Arabian?
gas mask.
There's two different ones.
So Arabian gas mask.
Give me the rundown of the differences.
So the gas mask is so my balls will be on your eyelids.
Dick droops down.
Dick is just on your chin or on your forehead, however you want it. You know,
Use it as a
you pick and
snorkel.
choose.
It'll look like the fucking.
I'll let you choose.
It'll look like the people who get fucking done up by the face hugger or what?
You won't get off.
Jesus Christ.
It just coming out of my mouth, just
Dude, all right. Oh my God.
sliding on my throat.
I'm
Hard eyes.
I'm Filipino, by the way.
Hard
so,
eyes.
from the waist
Oh,
up.
so it'd just
Yeah.
be on my tongue.
It's a
Hard
tic
eyes.
tac.
Hard eyes.
Barely going
wait,
past your
Did
cheek.
you like the cinematography or not? I couldn't tell from what you were saying.
No, I did. That's
yeah, I
what,
did too.
it didn't feel like it was filmed like recent films
Right.
have been.
Yeah. Same.
It looked because I feel like
The
a lot
color
of
palette was very pleasing as well.
exactly.
There's
yeah.
things I like about it. It just didn't like everyone was acting like it was the second coming of horror, and I was like,
No, not at all. I think it's maybe just it's a good just slasher movie.
Did you like the characters like Allie?
No,
and-
I didn't like them
right,
at all.
correct.
I liked
Allie,
everybody that
Jay.
died.
Like you didn't like the
Just like-
actors, how they acted, or
No,
you
just
just
like
didn't
the
like their.
characters.
Okay.
We're just
fuck guys.
The characters.
Window
were
is
just-
open.
No, it's not.
The
Look, it's
window is
fucking closed.
open.
Just open the top.
Sometimes I like.
fucking with her.
Sometimes I like horror movies
I'll
when the
do
characters
it.
are kind of just fodder.
I can do that.
Like I like when I don't
Let's
care
wait for
about
these
them.
fucking tards to shut the fuck up.
I'm listening.
They're listening. Lynn's listening.
I'm being patient.
Maybe the bottom one. Is that too much light? That's too much light.
Well, Lynn is
Oh, you can
not
see me
white,
now.
so you can see him.
Yeah.
No, I think the cinematography, they did a better job than most movies have.
I do too. I think the color palette again was fantastic for the most part. My problem was a lot.
Hans, you're scaring me.
A ton, but the characters just like in Thanksgiving, I didn't really like the characters either, but like there was also something kind of charming about them, and I enjoyed them, and I was like, oh, they're moving on to the next.
You know,
There was nothing charming about the characters at all.
in Thanksgiving, or in
Besides
Hard Eyes?
the main two in Hard Eyes,
Yeah,
besides
Allie
the
and
main
Jay.
two, Allie and
Huh?
Jay
Yeah.
having chemistry. I was
Right.
like, okay, that's
don't watch
there
movies.
for sure.
There was just fodder.
I loved everybody being fodder. That was amazing.
Okay, how were the deaths? Were they pretty fucked up
I
and
liked
brutal?
them. You know what the
I think it's a mixed bag for me. Some of them I really liked. Some of them, like you said, the last two.
I think that first one was great. The right through the camera.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Okay,
Terrifier
well, okay.
has kind of, and then even like Peter Pan kind of has like raised the bar so much on deaths that I'm like, it kind of ruined some slasher films for me because I'm like, damn, everything seems really tame now. But this one had some cool deaths. This one had some it's like Thanksgiving too. They're very comparable to me. Same thing. Some of the deaths in Thanksgiving were like awesome, and some of them were like, that was just like, it was fine. It was a slasher death. But I think Terrifier 3 kind of fucked up slasher deaths
Yeah.
for me a little
I mean,
bit.
for it to be in theaters and
think-
mainstream, yeah.
Yeah.
the charm. I think there's a charm behind Thanksgiving though. It has that low budget feel and cheesiness
Yeah,
to it
yeah.
that it reminds me
Purposefully
of
there.
like an early 2000s
Well,
horror.
this kind of
it
has
does
that.
have that here and there.
Yeah, no, it's
It
not
doesn't look
focused
CGI'd
Is
as
it
fuck.
too polished? Is that the issue? Is it too clean?
It's supposed to be though.
Yeah,
It's
it's
supposed to be
supposed
a
to be?
romance over a slasher, but having the slasher element.
it's going to do really well on Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
It's going to be the Valentine's
I hope
Day
so.
horror movie.
Honestly, coming out of that, I wanted like 3 more.
Well, there's
like-
a mid-credit scene.
Oh, so you liked it that much? Where it's
Well, I mean, that was just.
Right, but it's just
A
like
fake out,
I
but-
think they'll go with it. So I think they'll
yeah,
do something
I
with
feel
it.
like
I think so, too.
These type of movies grasp people with his condition.
Disabilities.
touched.
Yeah.
They've been touched. Your brain is now smooth.
Well, I just think it was fun.
Yeah,
I'm not
and
saying
that's
it's the
good.
best
Yeah,
movie that
yeah,
I've seen
it's-
ever.
It was
Yeah,
fun
And
for
it's
sure.
is it short? It's like 90 minutes.
You know what? I thought they were cutting it short with that first Psych Out ending, and then
Nope.
they added another like 15, 20 minutes. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff.
No, not
they
15,
do.
20 minutes. Maybe 10,
Yeah, yeah.
15.
So directing, like just how it looked.
It was
good?
great. It looked,
Yeah, it
Is there
looked
cinematography
really
was
good.
great.
chemistry to
Yeah,
make it a
between the
believable
two.
Valentine's Day movie?
Yeah.
So
Like,
a
it
couple
was,
can go and see this movie and it's,
Oh, 1,000%.
it was
what I'm
like a
saying.
rom-com, but a slasher. Was
so it's
put
got the
into it.
elements of a slasher in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
kinda
it had its humor.
Yeah, no, it
Like
was.
it's self-aware.
It's very self-aware.
Oh, immensely
it's,
so,
I mean,
yeah.
it's the same studio that made Scream.
Yep.
So I mean,
Okay.
Okay, so
it's there.
not
And then
bad.
Christopher Landon wrote it, didn't direct it.
Got
But
it.
he wrote it, but he's the guy who made Happy Death Day and
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
what was that? Was it Freaky? Freak.
Is that with Vince
It was
Vaughn?
the one.
Oh,
yeah,
Freaky
with Vin-
Friday?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Freaky.
The horror Freaky Friday, the
Freaky.
slasher Freaky Friday.
The
Yeah.
one with Vince Vaughn where her and the serial killer.
And it
sleep.
feels like that. Like
No.
you can tell that like there's a
But
I do-
the thing about the cinematography, it didn't look like how Freaky and Happy Death Day looked. That's the thing.
no, but like stylistically you can feel his print on it. For
Exactly. Well, just with the dialogue, with how the characters interacted, yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
that's exactly how it reminded
But like
me of
you
that.
said, like it's purposely polished, and I think that's one of the things that I don't love polished slashers. It's why I don't like a lot of some of the Scream movies later on. It's why I despise.
What do you mean
Hell
by
20 years
James?
later.
What do you mean by polished? Though?
Like it just
so
feels clean, and
he wants
like it's too
I'm-
scripted. Like you could tell what's gonna
No,
happen.
no, more
like-
just the look of it. It's
Yeah.
not gritty like how you would see a slasher.
right. That's the same reason I don't like Halloween 20 years later. Is like it felt very. That's like a lot of people's favorite Halloween.
We don't
movie.
get like
Well, that's because
grainy
it's like
I mean, it's just
professional
how-
actors. They want to be taken very seriously.
I mean,
They're
it just
not
goes
trying to-
by how it's filmed now. It's all digital,
Right.
so I mean, there's not like actual film involved in it anymore.
right.
Yeah, there needs to be people actually dying in the film,
Most
like the
stuff.
Crow. You know, like
Cannibal Holocaust.
I don't think anybody
killed-
died on that.
they
No
killed
one died. The
actual
animals
animals?
did though. Yeah.
Animals died.
huh?
Have you seen that?
But you know
Fuck that
what?
movie.
Somebody
It-
died?
Banned. No, they killed animals.
That's fucked.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6 animals that they actually killed on live, like on actual film.
This is what he baits too.
Christ.
But it reminded me, at least the killer in the beginning reminded me, especially how he was killing, reminded me of the latest Friday the 13th.
Yeah, for sure. Which
It
again is
reminded me
something I go
it
back
was
and
very
forth on.
Jason.
Yeah.
okay.
And how it was filmed reminded me
Yeah.
of that movie too.
Yeah,
So I
very
haven't
much so.
looked.
See, you're pointing out things. I'm like, this is maybe why it wasn't a massive, like, gigantic.
And you don't
thing.
like
Yeah.
that one, yeah.
I like it. It's
Hang on. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
No. I just want to know, like, what's the premise of the movie? Is it just like kids hanging out and then there's just a random killer, or is
So
there like a
this
actual
killer-
plot to this?
Sorry, I'll give the little synopsis.
Yeah.
There's a killer that's going to each individual state across the United States.
Okay, so he's like a known killer, like
For
before
the past 2 years, yeah.
Okay.
And he's only killing couples.
Got it.
Near and around Valentine's Day.
Got it. Okay.
Um,
So kind of like a Zodiac type of deal. Like he's just
they blow it super out of proportion.
like everyone knows what's happening. Like it's
but they don't care.
right.
Like it's
Yeah.
like
It's like how we get very caught up in like trends and things today, where we're almost like desensitized to it.
Yeah.
Like it becomes like
Yeah.
this very like like everyone's like almost like excited about it. Like it's
Who's gonna die this year?
right? Like,
no,
got
like
bets on
especially
this guy.
that couple that they run into. There's like, yeah, we had dinner reservations with another couple, but
yeah,
and they're just like, what do you mean? It's like the Hard Eyes Killer got him.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
what?
well,
So
and
it's
they're
like,
just like, and
actually like they
They're
just
everybody,
self-aware
yeah,
as
people, it's
fuck.
very self-aware.
that's so
And
funny.
the couple
That's
is like,
actually really funny.
and the other two are just like, you guys are still gonna go to the reservation? There's like, I mean, yeah, in their honor, you know, it's Valentine's Day.
yeah,
That's actually kind of dope.
that's actually pretty funny.
It's one of those things
I
where I'm
actually like that.
I didn't like it, but I think other people are going to. That's why I want to be very careful with spoilers. I want everyone to go watch it with
Yeah.
like their person for Valentine's Day, because I think it is like an awesome Valentine's Day slasher.
So-
It's just
Maybe
fun.
we should go see
So
that.
like
I think it's
yeah, like
fun.
one of my favorite like horror. It's not really a horror, but like Cabin in the Woods. I fucking
yeah.
love Cabin
Yeah.
in the Woods. Is it-
I feel like it's a bit reminiscent of that.
that's cool.
yeah.
Just with the self-awareness of
I
it.
like those type of movies.
That's what we're missing. Is
Yeah.
we need more movies like Cabin in the Woods because that's a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Like, where
It's just too bad the director's a piece of shit.
Is he?
I don't even know who it is.
What's his name? The guy who directed Buffy.
That's him?
He directed the first Avengers.
I don't know.
What's his name? Joss Whedon. There we go.
Oh, it's Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon did Cabin in the Woods, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Ah,
He's the one that fucked up the Justice League.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
came in on
Oh,
Justice
yeah,
League.
came in.
oh,
fuck that
this,
guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
because
Made everybody uncomfortable.
yeah,
Nice. We like that.
yeah.
I like feeling uncomfortable.
But
Made Gal Gadot feel really uncomfortable.
I like the humor of Cabin in the Woods because they know what's
Right.
happening, and then they're like, "Why the fuck will we separate?"
I
when
think
there's killers
self-aware.
outside?
well, that's what makes that character so good.
Yeah,
is
it's
he
so
is
funny.
You.
Yeah.
He's,
Right.
he's the audience
Yeah,
member. In
you
the
can
movie.
relate to that guy because it's like, why the fuck would I do that? You know?
Yeah, and
Smoke
don't get me
weed.
wrong, there's areas in the movie where you're just like, what the fuck are you doing? But they,
Yeah.
they know what they're doing.
Right. Yeah.
It's
cool.
It was fun. The kills were fun, though.
I remember them.
Especially
showing-
Are they like super brutal? Like
Some of them are.
Some of them are. Some
Yeah.
of them are very like some. Again, it's like
The ending ones were fucking sick.
gonna
I
say-
couldn't get over it.
in the trailer they showed the thing you use to take off your wheels, the lug.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does that. Yeah,
yeah.
they showed
They
that
do a
kill
lot
in
of
the
like a
trailer.
tire
Yeah.
iron.
They do a lot.
or-
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like the tire iron thing.
And
but
then that camera work reminded me of that Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake with the shot going out of the...
yeah, so in the trailer, you can
what?
all see it in the trailer.
Remember the lug nut?
oh
They-
yeah, yeah.
They take
we were talking about the lug
they
nut. So
take
yeah.
the lug nut and they shove it through the person's head, right? And the camera zooms
oh,
through
Yeah,
like
their
so
they're
head.
in
he
the back
shoves
seat,
it-
right?
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
car. I did see
Shoves
the
it
trailer
through the
for that,
guy's
yeah.
head first, and then she's screaming hysterically. He grabs her head and just
Yeah,
and brings it back up, and it's a shot.
Yeah, it's going through the
of
head.
showing the two main characters behind her, the hole in her head,
Yeah.
and then zooming out.
that's
out
pretty
of her
cool.
head.
See, it
And,
sounds fun.
No, it was just fun.
It
I'm
is
not
fun.
saying it fucking deserved an Oscar or anything. It was just good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And it's short, right? It's a short movie.
90 minutes.
An,
He said, like,
an hour 30, hour 40 maybe.
Yeah,
Basic
that's-
movie time.
That's how I feel like a.
I will
slasher
say there were some lulls during the part where they were at her work. That whole
there are a
part.
few like lulls like where it got slower, lulls where you were laughing.
No.
Or got
I'm
slow?
saying like slow.
Yeah,
And like in the
yeah.
van part right before those kills, I was like, dude, fucking
It's
shut
'cause
the fuck
I
up.
really didn't care about a single fucking person in this movie.
No,
so
me
like
neither.
when there's not stuff happening, I was like, oh Jesus Christ, like this is a slog. But again, that I
Hans
think
is making
I
But
think
it's supposed to
uncomfortable.
build those characters up. So
it is. I just still
get
didn't
it.
care about them by the end.
Yeah.
But that's, again,
So
that's a me thing.
How would you rate it though? Like 1 out of 10.
like I can't rate if I'm gonna rate it as just a fucking slasher movie. It was maybe like 7.
I'm gonna rate it
7.5.
2 ways. I'm gonna rate it as a me rating, and then what I think like other people. For me, I would give it like a 5. I think like realistically, with me not being a picky fucking prick, it's probably close to like a 6.57. Like overall,
I agree with that. Yeah.
I think I'm
So you called Hayden, basically called Hayden a norm.
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna rate.
no.
I'm not gonna rate a complete.
No, I'm just saying,
No,
like,
I'm an
no,
asshole.
I'm asking, like, for a rating, like, if you liked it or not.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You had
So,
fun.
I
so
had
like,
fun.
Did you have fun?
okay.
I had fun. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just a picky asshole.
Like, would you watch it again?
Rating it out of fun, I give it 4 funs out of 6.
Okay,
And I-
that's
yeah,
a lot of
that's
fun.
a weird-
Go
That's
see it
a
on-
lot of fun
Go
for
see
you.
it on
ratio,
Valentine's
but-
Day.
Yeah.
And I do like this whole like kind of vintage horror thing that's kind of happening right now. This definitely has some of that, and I want it to keep going. So go watch it. Take your
Give me that pillow.
lady, man's, friends,
You need something to
dogs,
hug?
whatever to it for Valentine's Day. Have a good time.
Oh.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Is that fucking
Yeah, I know.
weird?
You don't like the spacing between you and James?
No,
Well, I just like seeing my blanket. Oh,
Oh,
My blanket's
Nope, not
covered.
there
anymore.
you go.
it's very.
What do you-
Why is it so hard?
So, quick question. What do you guys
I wonder why.
feel about the new Final Destination coming out?
it looks like it's a straight to DVD.
They've been working on it
Really?
for a long time.
It looks like it to me.
What?
yeah,
For that fucking setup in
It
the
got.
trailer?
I think they showed it, or they showed the first like clips of it like 2 years ago. They've had it like in the works for a while, and it kept getting delayed. It looks like Final Destination in 2025. like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was something special about that first one though.
Oh,
Just
I
was
like-
how
I
it was
like the first
filmed,
two.
how it was.
Well,
Yeah,
Lynn
I
and I were
mean-
talking about this, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
We cannot watch those movies.
I can't.
No,
It's hard to watch that.
Something about it. It's just like
is it just the era? That it was
no.
in?
they
Well,
didn't
so
age
especially
well.
the first couple ones,
It's
because
the-
it's just like it's
the
so yeah,
Like, you don't know when the fuck you're going to die.
yeah.
You don't know when it's going to happen.
Right.
That movie kind of like thrives on the fear
Of
of
Right.
dying.
Oh, and that's what you guys are scared
Yeah.
of.
Dude, as a child, I'm sure you felt
Yeah.
this way too. As a kid, mom and dad, I watched that shit when I was like fucking 8 or 9. So my entire life, I was like scared of flying in airplanes.
I'm
Any of
still scared. Like every time the plane takes off, I'm like, it's gonna blow up. I
I'm
can
gonna get
feel
sucked
it.
out.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
Like,
the
that shit
second
is
one, dude, really
so-
fucked people up driving on the road.
bro.
Oh,
every
like-
time with the log trucks,
Yeah.
I try to
it's
pass up
fucking
fucking
terrifying
those
now.
trucks
Yeah.
every time.
Probably a good thing though that it instilled that in people. To be honest with you, 'cause
Dude,
you
I
never
slow
know.
down and give it like 3 cars lengths now,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah,
Like, dude, yeah. I don't know. Something about Final Destination. It's just
but then they get like so stupid and absurd. To
Exactly,
Me after the
yeah,
second one,
after-
they're always absurd. But the first two, like I like. The other ones I do not. And this one's like, it's like Saw. Like those first
Yeah.
couple are great, and then you're like, ooh.
I'm scared of escalators.
like I think it
You
was like
cut
the,
off of somebody in
what
traffic,
was
and
it,
now
the
I'm gonna
third
make
one
you cut off your
where
fucking
the
leg.
dude was mowing the lawn and the fucking rock
Oh,
just
yeah,
shoots
yeah.
the like. What the fuck? like that could happen
Yeah.
to any, but like
Yeah.
I guess that could happen, right? Like
I don't know. I mean, that's gonna be the same premise as the monkey, except the monkey is the cause of all.
that
the,
movie's going to be sick.
But the monkey's death sleep. That's the other thing. Again, Final Destination.
is it
you
like
watch now,
the
it's
monkey's
kinda tame.
paw? Is it? I'm
It's
guessing.
so basically there's a cursed monkey like toy.
Yeah.
And anyone who's in possession of it or around it, it basically kills everyone around them.
Nice.
The trailer for it is wild.
It looks blood. That trailer alone is bloodier than the Final Destination movies, like as a whole, and like that's why I'm excited for it.
See, that's the thing about those first 2 movies is that they were fucking brutal. Final Destination.
And they're like it wasn't like so out of pocket that it wouldn't happen in real life.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the deaths in there were like that could actually happen.
Okay,
Yeah,
actually,
they got-
one of them that actually takes me out of it completely is the one where I think it's the first death where he's in the bathroom and then it fucking he
The razor
slips.
blade?
No, it fucking wraps around his
Oh, yeah,
neck
yeah,
and
yeah.
chokes to
Yeah.
death, and I'm like, he's just sitting there as it's whoa. And I'm like, that wouldn't
Yeah,
happen.
that
Well,
that wouldn't happen. 'Cause, like I do that usually. I use a belt, and then I'm just like right before I
He
have
watches
like
the clown porn,
Yeah.
and he's got
right
the
before
belt
you
on.
see your grandma, you're just like, okay.
I'm done, and then I just kind of take.
That's
off,
it.
You know?
Oh, it's already- it's been
I
out
get-
for
I get
about
what you
5
mean.
minutes.
It's not that realistic, but like, you know.
Well, that's the thing too. Like the more
Jesus
that, the more that
Well, the
death,
Batman outfit usually gives me a little bit of.
the more the death kind of
Like
became.
how-
Is it
like
the
a-
one that
Like
just
how-
shows leg? The whole one?
Huh?
It's just a onesie that just shows leg.
It's
And it
I
has a
only
zipper right
so
here.
I couldn't afford the bottom half, so I only have the top half of the
Oh,
Batman
okay.
outfit, and then
He's
my,
not joking,
my
by the
balls
way.
and asshole are just out. Yeah,
But the more that death kind of became like an entity character,
my wife doesn't know about this.
more lame it got. Like, again, like once like the plane blowing up, it's like, oh shit. But like when you can say he's like slowly unscrewing the screws, you just can't like, like it kind of gets.
So
it's they're just goofy movies.
They are.
I thought, honestly, I didn't even think they were going to make another one because the way they did the last one, how it kind of
It
like...
was a loop.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
thought, okay, they finally finished it. That's
But
awesome.
I think the whole thing now
It's
is
family,
that it's
right?
yeah. So basically, I think it's gonna probably just by guessing, I think it's gonna go based off the second movie where that girl gives birth.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
family.
yeah,
She
yeah,
has-
yeah, yeah.
And that was the whole
family.
thing.
Yep.
The way to cheat
the kid
death
grows up
is
and-
by bringing in new life or whatever. So I think that's how they're gonna go about it and be like, now death's gonna kill your kids
And your seeds.
and your balls.
All your balls are
Your eggs are
cursed
gone.
with death. No.
I'm still scarred from the little drain. The thing the
Oh,
garbage
where his
disposal.
asshole gets sucked out.
No. The garbage disposal.
What?
Remember when the guy gets stuck? His hand stuck.
Yeah.
It's the first film.
Yeah.
Does he
His hand-
die from that?
He gets his hand.
Oh
Yeah.
no, he does. His hand doesn't even get fucked up from that. He's just trapped in
But
it
he falls out
because
of
of
the
the
apartment.
fucking he falls out of the apartment and then the fucking
ladder.
ladder.
But the garbage disposal.
That one's
fucks
a
me
good
up.
one. That
Yeah.
is a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
fucking good death.
Yep.
That's the. There's things that still haunt me till
Yep.
this day as an adult. Fucking 20 years later.
It's just as they went, they got. It was like
Yeah. They get more ridiculous.
But those first two, I will always like those first two.
roller coasters still scare me. I still get freaked out off roller coasters.
That third one was actually good too.
Yeah, a lot of people like.
Was the
those.
third one
was
the
cool.
escalator? Was that no? The second
No,
one was
the
the
fourth
The
one.
third one was with Elizabeth, Mary. What's her fucking
Mary-
name? Mary Elizabeth Winstead. There we go.
Don't know who that is.
That's the roller coaster where they all fly off.
Got
Did you ever see Sky High?
Yes.
Remember the chick the popular girl that the
Yes.
main character tried
Yes,
to get
who
with?
actually was the
And she
older
was the
woman.
villain?
Yeah.
Her.
Love that movie.
Love that movie.
Absolutely love that movie.
Such a good-
Guys,
you know they're trying to make another one.
I would love that.
I don't know if
What
I
the fuck
would.
are you looking at? Are you making that fucking face?
'Cause I've never seen Sky High.
Bruce
How have you
Campbell's in it
never
too.
seen
How have you
Sky
never
High?
seen Sky High?
I was looking to see if you were.
I've watched.
Let me tell you, Bruce Campbell, Russell,
Crowe.
Kurt Russell.
Yes.
The kid who got cancer in Lords of Dogtown.
Yes.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
yes.
Stacked fucking cast for was it a Disney movie?
Firehand guy.
Yeah,
I
long haired
love that guy.
firehand guy.
Yeah. Everybody knows him.
And that one
Taylor,
chick.
Taylor Lautner.
No, it's
Huh?
not.
Not him.
No.
Oops. Close enough.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But have you seen anything recently that we haven't, talked
Marvel
about?
Rivals. He's seen an Invisible Woman's ass.
I watched Subservient.
What's that one about?
It was Megan Fox. With
Oh my god, where
Oh,
she's just a sex doll.
How was that?
robot. It was cringy, but it was like, I mean, I get the premise. It's basically like iRobot, all the robot movies were, it reminded me of, did you ever play Detroit?
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of that, where the robot was becoming self-aware, and then it didn't like the way people were treating it, and then it just fucking goes off killing people and shit.
Gotcha.
It was actually kind of, it actually turned into like not a bad movie,
With
but
Megan Fox.
it was just the actors were. I mean, Megan Fox is the only, I guess you consider, is she still an A-list celebrity?
She's with
But-
Machine Gun Kelly, so yes.
No, they're not.
No, they're not together
They're
anymore.
not together anymore.
Oh, I got
He knocked her up.
She drained him of all of his
Balls, yeah.
all of his blood and
gonna-
essence
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they had the little
to make her
necklaces.
young again.
I have a
Yeah.
change of heart for Machine Gun Kelly. now.
Why? Because he grew a beard.
No,
Get the fuck out.
dude, I'm
Get out.
No, you gotta hear me out. So
You better say this before Matt gets here.
I don't like his music. Obviously, it's still shit. But him as a person, I watched a documentary.
It's
It's
depressing.
not a documentary
It's
on him.
depressing.
It's not on him.
Okay, I get that.
So
I
Yeah,
get that.
his documentary is depressing.
Yeah.
So one of the dudes I watched on YouTube, he went to, I forget, where's he from? What's the state?
I don't know. They have MGK Day though.
So they have MGK Day,
Yeah.
and MGK hit him up and was like, "Hey, come back out, and I want to take you around for MGK Day." So in
I know
that-
what you're talking about. I saw the pictures from that.
yeah,
yeah.
Brandon Buckingham,
Yeah.
dude, he did a whole day, like 2 or 3 days with him and MGK, and he took him around everywhere, took him to dinner, and like showed him how impactful he is on his community, and that's what I appreciate.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
very
He's
into
had
the
a
community.
really good
Okay.
impact on his community.
Yeah.
Big time.
Music is not good.
I could
Sorry, I don't know how you feel about his
I can
music.
see that being
I like
admirable.
certain songs. I
So,
don't like other songs.
because I watched him, he was on not Tiger Belly, Bad Friends with
Yeah.
Andrew Santino and
Actually,
Bobby
I know
Lee.
exactly what you're talking
And
about.
like, he just seemed like such a down-to-earth guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Didn't you see him in real life?
yeah.
In
in
Hawaii?
Hawaii. Yeah.
Is he tall?
Yeah, he's
Hella
fucking
tall.
tall,
Yeah, he's
dude.
hella
Yeah,
tall.
he's hella tall.
yeah.
I was like,
6'4"?
well, dude, I saw it. So we were flying home, and we were waiting for our flight, and at the airport, and I think it's Kauai or something like that. It's all outside, right? And so we were sitting there, and fucking, I just see some dude, like tall ass dude, going through like the checkpoint, and he was wearing a bunny face mask thing, like a ski mask, like so nobody could see his face, and he was wearing a mesh shirt and a jean jacket. And I'm like, that's a really weird thing to
For
wear
a dude
in
to be wearing
90-degree
out,
weather
yeah.
with fucking 50% humidity. Like, that's such a
But
weird
I
thing.
also-
And then I saw like this short little girl behind him with orange
Megan
hair,
Fox.
and I'm
Oh.
like, I was like, why do they look so fucking familiar?
Yeah.
And you know, and I didn't even realize who it was. And then they walked by, and like my Carmen saw Megan Fox, and they like smiled at each other, because I was just like looking at Machine Gun Kelly. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like, that's such a weird thing.
Right.
And then like a week later, I was at the gym, and I see a picture on the TV like while I was working out. I'm like, that was fucking Machine Gun Kelly. Oh fuck.
So random.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, dude!
That's
That guy,
kinda cool, though.
he's like 6'4" or 6'3".
He's a tall fucking dude.
Yeah.
On that episode that you're talking about with MGK, did what's the ginger guy's name?
Andrew Santino.
Andrew Santino. Did he talk about when he was on the flight and then MGK like was
Yeah,
helping
and like
him
helped him.
stuff?
Yeah, like
Did they talk about it on
yeah,
there?
yeah. Because like I guess Andrew Santino was like super sick or something like
Yeah.
that, and he was like throwing up like a
He
shit
was like
ton.
passing out.
Yeah, like passing out. Like he like blacked out, and Machine Gun Kelly was on the same flight, and he like took him and like basically like got the doctors and everything involved, and like, hey, this guy needs fucking help, and like he
Even prior to that, he went up to Andrew. He's like, "Dude, I fuck with you so
Yeah.
hard."
Yeah,
yeah, he's like a huge fan of his.
yeah.
So that's why I'm saying my opinion has changed on him. His music.
Sorry, I don't. I should have not came out saying I fucking hate this dude.
no, it's- everyone
I
has their
hate his
feelings.
music.
That's
His
how I
music
took it,
is
yeah, no.
absolutely
Yeah,
awful.
you just sound like a horrible person.
Yeah,
when
you're
that.
just an asshole.
hating on
It's
him.
fine.
I don't
No,
care.
you're not being a hater. You're fine.
Oh.
But I mean, I can say the same thing. I've said for years that I hate him, but then I go and watch
You
the
talk-
shit,
right.
and I completely, I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
this
You
I
guy's
like
think
his
when
music.
people say they hate a celebrity or something, they just hate the work.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or they
'cause,
hate-
I mean, they have to portray a certain way to get publicity. You know, like if you're an
Yeah, for
asshole
sure.
in the scene, you get famous because that's more.
Yeah.
You know,
You
but
thrive.
like he's actually like once you get to know the person, I'm sure they're actually like chill people, like Kanye. You know, I'm sure he's a really
Stop.
You know, I'm sure that's why.
we're not talking
We're
about
not doing
Kanye.
any of that
What's
today.
it? What's a drummer from?
what
Blink?
happened?
Uh,
Troy Baker,
Travis
Travis Barker.
Barker. I'm sure that's why Travis
Right.
Barker
Troy
agrees
Baker.
to
Well, it's
do
like-
anything
it's like Sin's always told me.
related with him.
Sin's always told me he's a really sweet kid. He's like, I gave him
Who?
one of my MGK.
Oh, okay.
He gave one of his guitars to play at a festival. Like they've known him for years, and they go on like vacations with him and stuff.
No shit.
Yeah. They go on like the families have like big like group vacations. They go on. He's always like he's a really sweet kid. But again, if you don't like someone's music, people say I despise that person. You don't mean that person. Usually, it's
It's just what they put out.
right.
Yeah,
And what he
Differentiate
puts out
between-
is really fucking bad. So-
it's not great, but it gets him the fame.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to deny that he.
And I like artists that are actually artists. Like he actually, like you said, you saw him and he's walking through an airport or whatever, and he's like dressed the way you'd see him on stage. Like he's not. It's not like a stage thing. It's not like
No.
this persona. Like that's how they are. And like,
Yeah.
that's what I think is missing in music. Like the Rolling Stones used to look like the Rolling Stones 24/7, and like Zeppelin would walk around looking like that 24/7.
Yeah.
It wasn't put on. It was how they were. I don't love when artists are like, I'm like this on stage, and then they go off stage and they're wearing like khakis and fucking
like Marilyn Manson.
polos
Like
and
he's
shit.
on stage, that's
Right.
how he is. Off stage,
Right.
that's how he is. You know? Yeah. No, I guess that.
But yeah, sorry, went off topic.
But
on
that Megan
MGK.
Fox movie just essentially
Yeah.
a bad
it-
version of Companion,
A nursing companion.
right? Just the
I
way
haven't
that you
seen the Megan
explained
Fox
it.
movie, but yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
sounds like.
Yeah.
Did you end up watching it?
Yeah, I saw
Me
Companion.
and you, I think, are the only ones who have watched the movies
but
recently.
again,
I
there's-
know I haven't watched shit, dude.
But again, if you've seen more than one trailer from Companion, you don't need to see the movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you watch that second trailer for Companion, they fucking spoil the whole thing.
And for me, like I said before, I saw it. I said this last time. I saw a picture, and I was like, "Oh, I was a still.
The eyes,
it was a
right?
screen." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yep." And I was like, "Well, I understand this movie
yeah.
completely."
And don't get me wrong, I still liked it.
Yeah, for
I liked
sure.
it a lot. But damn, they just really did not
Again,
need
the
to spoil
color
it.
palette in that one was awesome.
Beautiful.
But it also, to me, completely gave away what the movie was. In the first, I was like, "Oh, I know exactly what this
it gave me
is."
Ex Machina. It gave me
We
her,
talked about this last episode.
especially her, because the color
Companion?
palette in her is very distinct.
Yeah.
Which then Ex Machina, I feel like kind of took that on.
Yeah.
I'm playing a lot of Maple Story.
We have a problem.
Yeah.
But what would you rate Companion?
I thought we did this last
Yeah,
week.
we did.
Did we watch?
Yeah,
we didn't watch it.
No, but we talked about this last week.
Yeah, but we didn't watch it. Remember?
No, that's I
we
don't
haven't
know.
seen
I
it
give
yet.
it.
Is it a new movie?
It's new. Yeah. It has.
No, the spoilers are not. I guess.
Well, I'm just gonna give them the premise that this
Yeah.
couple goes to a secluded cabin in the woods with their friends, and one of the people that they kind of know there tries taking advantage of one of the guy's girlfriends, and she kills him.
Oh, okay.
And she comes back and she's like, I don't know what I've done, and I'm just gonna leave it there and watch the.
Don't watch any of the trailers.
Don't watch
Okay.
any of the trailers.
Unless
It's
you
disposable.
don't want to watch the movie, then watch trailers.
Yeah, essentially. I thought it was tight all the way around. Not any notable kills I can remember. Maybe except for
No.
the whole cop part. That was kind of cool.
Yeah,
That was funny. There's a lot of funny parts too.
there was a lot of funny parts, which again, from that first trailer, you wouldn't necessarily get that vibe.
No, not at all.
But yeah, it was. I don't know. I think because it got spoiled so quickly, they're like, yeah, no, that's exactly what I thought. And then people kept saying, oh, like there's these twists. I'm like, what are you talking about? I mean, again, if you
The
didn't
only
see the trailers,
twist that I was like, okay, this would have been good if I didn't fucking see the trailer was the second thing.
which is like what people keep talking about now, because that's I think all they can kind of go by.
Fuck was
Yeah.
that?
I haven't had that in a long time, buddy.
Oh.
I got bitch lungs.
I've accepted that I became just the game guy now.
Yeah, Hans is
Because
a
I
game
just
guy.
game.
Game guy. Gotcha.
Gay guy. I'm the gay guy.
Game guy.
The guy that's
He loves games.
yeah. I've just
been
been playing
playing-
too much,
Yep.
too many games, trying to keep up with that shit.
I'm the opposite. I've just been watching movies like crazy.
Yeah, exactly. But
And I actually started watching that documentary that Devin was telling us about, Paradise Lost.
Oh yeah,
Fucking
wild, sad,
is this where we're gonna
rough.
dive into just criminal and weird shit?
terrible shit?
dude, that was fucked up. And
Before we
It's
go any
called
farther, hold that
Paradise.
thought. Hold on. Shouts out Papa Hans. He hasn't like nothing to do with this, but just tell him. Tell your dad you love him. God damn it.
Hi, Dad. I hope you're watching on YouTube. I love you. You're the best.
Give him a kiss. Give him a kiss.
Yeah, tell your dad you love him.
Creepy.
Say it.
Tell
Say
your
it now,
dad you
boy.
love him.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you, Daddy.
Love you, Daddy.
Oh, fuck.
God.
Can I get another shot?
Get another shot.
It's your Jim Beam.
Your
Yes.
whole ass bottle.
Here, I'll pour it, I guess. Holy shit. Here, hold that.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm good too. I gotta drive.
I have to drive home. I got precious cargo.
Who?
He can.
Oh.
He can. Pour a halfie for you.
You know what?
Lynn, I need you to pour a half for yourself.
God damn it. Pour one in the... What shot glass did I have?
I think
bitch.
you had slut. He had slut.
I had slut, yeah.
Slut, bitch. Fucking slut.
Yeah, I wanted to. I don't know if did I ever talk about Unit
Dude,
731?
you are
Not on here,
fucking
but
me up
no,
with that
you and I
pour
know
right
what it
now.
is. I don't know if
Yeah.
everyone else will. Horrendous.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that because all this shit.
No.
Did Wendy Goon have a video on
No,
it too?
I'm saying for yourself.
Yeah, Wendy did.
Yeah, that's
what
why,
made me
that's
look.
where I first saw it, I think.
That's what made me
yeah.
dive into it.
What?
Unit 731.
Yep.
Wendigoon
Did a
did
video.
a
That's where I
whole
first heard
thing.
about it too.
and then
I'm
I
like,
dove
is.
into it.
I pride myself on knowing about all that shit, and I had never heard of that one prior. I was like, oh.
There's a band that's called Unit 731.
oh, that's
Shout out to
fucking
Peter.
hard.
Peter fucking put me on that shit.
God damn.
Peter
Cornwell?
Cornwell?
Yeah, the homie.
Cornwell?
My dog. I haven't spoken to that fucking
Cheers, buddies.
a month.
Yeah. Cheers, kids. Are you going to go for another one too? Fuck yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, people watching.
So
I love you, Daddy.
Ugh. Sick. Just sick.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
He loves it.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about Paradise Lost?
Yeah. I'll
get
just
into
give
that.
you guys the synopsis of it. So basically, in what was the fucking state? It's not a state. It's a West Memphis. In West Memphis, people found 3 second graders bound and tied, murdered, mutilated, and essentially the cops couldn't figure it out who the fuck it could be because they'd never seen a crime like this before in their town. So there's 3 boys who live in this town. They're not like everybody else. They wear black. They listen to metal. One of them doesn't worship Satan, but he worships not worships.
Is
But
it second
he's,
grader?
no, this is these are sorry
grader's got
these
killed.
3 other boys who listen to metal, wear black, and one of them does the Wicca religion. Follows the Wicca religion. They're 16 to 18. One of the boys gets picked up and gets questioned for about 12 hours without representation, without his parents, and they only record the last 45 minutes of their conversation, where he basically confesses that him and his 2 buddies went out into the woods. The one ringleader who actually worships or follows the Wicca religion killed these kids, tied them up and did all the shit. But he has an IQ of fucking 78. He basically has a mental disability.
Is that low?
And
78's low?
no, it's not low.
Oh, thank God. Okay, go
He
on.
had a
I
mental
thought it scored
disability on top of it, Lynn.
Okay, thank
so
God.
don't
Okay,
worry.
just
You're
making
good,
sure.
dude.
Okay.
Because yours is...
I'm at 65.
I'm at single digits.
How many is that on your fingers? Show me.
I can't. I don't have enough fingers.
He's a no.
Fingers and toes. Fingers and toes. So basically, they use his confession to get the other 2 kids. They get tried separately. So the one kid with the mental disability gets tried, and the other 2 get tried separately, but like together, just as them 2. And the whole documentary is following their trial, following what happened. And I'm telling you, this documentary does not hold back on showing everything. They show the fucking kids. It's fucking brutal. The one really fucking cool thing about this movie, all set to the backdrop of fucking Metallica. Like Metallica
that's
did
cool.
music for it.
Oh, that's
Oh,
pretty dope.
oh wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
And this documentary was originally just one movie that was put on by HBO, and it won awards. It got their story out there so much that a lot of people, including myself, believe that they didn't do it. That they made it in 95, and they put another one out, a second part in 2000, and there's a third one that came out in 2012.
Wow.
And I am halfway through the second one. Second one's fucking heartbreaking too.
Yeah.
They are all it tore these fucking people and families apart.
You said this is on HBO?
It's on
To watch
HBO.
it? Okay.
Max.
So it's kind of like the Central Park 5. that I was talking
Kind
about.
of. They call them the West Memphis 3.
Oh yeah.
see.
Yeah.
So it's all, that one that I'm talking about that they reenacted
Yeah.
basically as a TV show. Yeah. That
Yeah.
shit's rough, dude.
There's no reenacting this shit. This is like fucked.
Coming down.
That's-
Well, this is why it's very
During
important.
this?
Yep. This is why it's very important. I'm going to be the fucking pussy here for a second. Why it's very important that you don't fucking judge people off of their religion or the way they look or the way people do anything, except for the way people are, because you'll get shit wrong 90% of the time. It's very easy to throw a blanket on someone or a group of kids or a group of people that you don't like or you think are weird. And usually you're wrong about it. And it's lazy. And you get shit like this. Like those kids probably didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But because they're the weird kids and they like metal and
Like,
they
I
dress
used-
a certain way.
I used to have that feeling with Hans working at Lowe's. I was like, I have to become his friend.
Hold up. No, we're going to talk about
Before
this.
he becomes a school, like a...
Why the fuck, and this is a dead-ass serious thing, why the fuck do I get considered a school shooter? Everyone I know always says that I look like a school shooter.
It's because the
Why?
way you, like...
Have you looked at yourself?
Yeah.
I look like a white guy.
Well,
I mean, yeah, there you go.
going
I don't
back
walk
on what
around
I
in a
just said,
trench
that's
Because
one
like
off the
I look
fucking
at
list.
James and I'm like, oh, he's skater, fucking
Hipster.
maybe a
Yeah,
hippie.
hipster.
If I personally looked at James, I'd be like, he might be
I
a
fucking
hippie.
hate hipster
You,
stuff, dude.
on the other hand, you give off a lot of
Well, I
a lot
think
of
his-
school shooter vibe.
Okay, so can I tell you as your friend, like knowing you in high school, like why people might, because I didn't think you were school shooter at all, but I could see, because I loved you, but I could see how other people could. You kind of had a mopey thing going on, and you kind
Bro,
of
life sucks.
Right.
I don't know what to tell
and
you.
that's why. Because
doesn't mean I'm gonna act out.
You know,
were
it's your demeanor. I
yeah,
think.
you were so.
Why I don't give a fuck.
well, you were kind of slouchy and like sad and kind of sitting like
disfigured.
but then like you talk to you, but then I like talk to you like, oh, he's fucking hilarious. So it's
Yeah.
just like, it's just people again assuming things off the top, which you shouldn't
Yeah.
do.
Because you definitely give off the vibe. Like when you first look at you, you're a gangly white guy. That's kind of like, you know, he might have downs. I don't know, but
I never
but
thought
then
that.
like no.
them grilled cheese.
We should get that cheese, Danny. I got that fucking
start bringing
that
grilled
panini
cheeses.
press.
I'm gonna start bringing grilled cheeses every time I fucking show up here.
Pocket grilled cheese. You want a pocket grilled cheese?
randomly. Oh, it's so good.
But you know, so I was just, you know, I don't know. It's just something about your aura that you would give off that would, you know, he might stab
But
me.
it's funny 'cause
if I say the
once-
wrong thing. But then when you get to know you,
Fucking hilarious. It's like my favorite
you're a
person ever.
hilarious piece of shit.
I-
That's
Okay, I like
Yeah.
that.
I don't
why can't
know.
you- why can't I just have
I was
that
gonna
vibe?
say I don't know any person who has gone like because you'll come into people's lives and they'll come out and then people are like, man, where the fuck has this guy been? And then you
Yeah.
come back in, there's like, oh, I miss this guy so fucking much every time.
Yeah.
without fail. Like
Well,
that happens like
it's 'cause
every
you're so
time.
chill. There's like an
'Cause you're-
like
you're
almost like an
like
addictive
Showing this
thing.
gives
So-
off the school shooter vibe.
Well, no, when people get to know
no,
you.
the fuck? No, again, it's
Dude, I didn't know
not-
you're fucking chill like that.
yeah, exactly.
I thought you were gonna shoot me.
No,
chill guy.
I'm saying that people miss you because there's like an addictive quality to you because you're so calm and nice to be around.
I think
Once
it's because you're
people-
so like you're real about like, you know, I fucking hate life. I fucking
Right.
miserable. You know,
Once people break
I live in
the-
fucking misery.
Yeah.
I wish it was raining blood.
I don't live in misery.
doesn't.
I have a great wife. I love my life.
I don't know. the
But
way you
everything
talk about-
outside
I love
of
my wife.
everything.
Hans, the way you talk about your upstairs neighbor, I don't know about that.
That bitch.
The way that you said you wanted to cut her up and just have her be like
Tell YouTube will
on,
demonetize
no
us and
legs,
all of
no
our views.
arms.
You remind me of Dennis from Always Sunny. You know,
The way you can go from 0 to 100,
0 to
yes.
100
I
is
I
really
100% believe that.
I will
I mean,
turn
you
you
can't
into a lampshade. Think of the smell, you bitch.
You know what sucks is
Think of the smell.
you aren't lying because I do go from 100 or I go from
I'd go
0
from
to
100 to 0 real quick.
Well, I do. I bounce back and forth because, like,
Yeah.
the other day, I'm like, you know what? She's probably not doing it on purpose. She's not stomping for no reason. Like, she probably
just
doesn't understand the way that she fucking walks.
She got a
It's
club
like-
foot. It's
She's got
you know?
club foot.
Yeah.
And then, like, as soon as she starts stomping all crazy, that's when I just like, all
this
right, I'm gonna
fucking- Yeah.
fucking do something.
You know what's funny is I don't realize it either. I'm stomping up here. I don't realize it.
Yeah.
and,
Somebody's doing.
Yes,
and
I notice it. It's hard to like now. I pay attention to people's like foot pattern.
You noticed
watch-
him stomping?
it's because I'm his
Like when he
brother.
wa-
That's why. He's
No, no,
trying
no,
to
no.
find anything that annoys him, like any little tiny thing.
Oh yeah, like even when you breathe.
Exactly.
Hayden, I'm gonna fucking
He has to fucking
Back in the
breathe.
day, yeah.
that.
It'd be dead quiet. He'd be like,
Well, that's because I literally couldn't fucking breathe.
I'm just.
I'd be
You had a deviated septum, James.
Darth
Not
Vader walking
anymore.
around.
Not anymore. And you're all the better for it.
What are you doing, brother? Just,
I'd be like Nosferatu.
You know what?
I love you.
Bounce on it.
You know what's fucking funny?
Crazy style.
The other thing that I noticed too
Jesus
is like growing
Christ.
up is why he wouldn't pay attention in fucking conversations and then bring up the same shit somebody just brought up.
Always. It was so
is because
good.
the lack of oxygen he's getting to his brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoothing
I,
over.
there was a
He's
point.
just like, I'm gonna roll with that. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
exactly
I just
what it is.
think it's not that I didn't give a fuck about what you guys were saying. I just it was that
There
lack
was
of
a
oxygen.
point where I was like, he's doing it on, there's no way he's not doing it on purpose. We talked about this.
Yeah, we've talked about it
There's
multiple
no way
times.
he's not doing this on purpose because we
For
would
many
talk,
years we've
we'd have
talked
like
about
a
this, yeah.
10-minute long conversation. Hayden would be sitting right there. We'd have a 10-minute long conversation about like porn, like whatever.
Why porn?
Why are you going immediately to porn?
Because you just watched
We just scrolled through Twitter and saw
Yeah,
some shit.
yeah.
crazy actually.
But
I
we
didn't
talked
watch
about
it.
something for
I
like
didn't
10
watch it.
minutes. And Hayden would
I
just be
didn't
like,
watch it, honey.
have you guys seen that movie? We'd be like, Hayden, we just talked about that movie. He'd be like, oh, really? And
So
it would
hang on, let me take a
happen
breath.
It's crazy because
consistently.
Okay, I
I
remember
just
now.
breathed in the conversation. My bad.
And he was like, I was like, there's no way it's not on purpose because it's the but it was just accidental. It was the poor boy was just zoning.
You know what the great part about this is? I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, he hasn't done that in
I
years.
haven't done that
It's been a long
one
time.
You don't have
so
any
nobody
outside
fucking
thing-
believes you.
You don't have
Right.
any outside thing like clouding your brain like your fucking phone. Like you're not sitting around your phone the entire time.
I've been on my phone during this.
No, I'm saying before when we'd all be hanging out, you're just on your phone, zoned out.
No,
looking at
no, no,
whatever.
no. He wouldn't be on his phone. He'd be doing that 1,000-yard stare he does. He's just,
Yeah, you did.
Dude,
use that
sometimes I
earlier.
just got too much going on. I do think I have undiagnosed ADHD, and that's where a lot of it comes from.
So my whole joke is every time I saw you doing that, just staring into the abyss, I'm like, I'm imagining like it's just a clapping monkey as we're all talking. Just as we're all talking, he's just kink, kink, kink.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I don't want to pick on Hayden.
I
though.
100% agree.
I don't want to pick on
Blaming
it
the
was just-
fuck out of him.
I want to pick
We
on
love
him
you,
more than
Hayden.
we
It
do.
wasn't even
We
like
always
the
love
lack
you.
of me not wanting to like converse.
Partake.
I would just have too much going on
Yeah.
that I was thinking about, and I couldn't get it all out. So I would just have to like think
No,
about
yeah.
it, how I was gonna say it in my head.
I feel
And then I would subconsciously hear you guys talking
Yeah.
about the subject. And
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, let me talk about one thing, and then you guys had already had a whole conversation about it.
But going back to you real quick.
Yeah,
not,
school
not
shooter.
Because you no. Because I want to get my final.
Yeah,
piece on
get
this.
him, boys.
No. I'm not
No,
going to get
please.
him. I'm not going to get him. You wanted
I didn't
to
do
know.
anything.
we're gonna
You wanted
name
to
this
know.
the roast of the bogus.
Take
You
his
wanted-
pants
no,
off.
No, you want to know something. Tell
Make
you.
him bounce on.
Silly style. Make him bounce on it. Crazy
You
style.
can see.
Style.
I think to people who don't know you, at least at the time, back when we were in school, you could have sort of a crunchy outside, so to speak.
My socks.
Yeah, because they're walking around.
You could be a little off-putting, which
Why
is
are
not
your
a
socks so stiff? Yeah.
which is not a bad thing because it keeps the right people away. But I think to some of those
White
people,
people away.
the right people
sorry.
away.
Enunciate.
But I think to some they go have the little group things and be like, damn, like he doesn't like me, he's gonna shoot me. Whereas like once you
Yeah.
like
You know, I
stab.
think that's.
Yeah.
I mean, that just goes to show our capitalist society in America with the school system is that we automatically assume just somebody is different.
no, I think
That
Hans
we
just,
automatically think they're going to shoot us.
no Hans just had a
I think that's a little fucked up.
I think Hans just had an off-putting aura that he was
Remember,
giving off.
single
But
digit
once-
IQ. I
Once
don't know what you said.
Once you break,
Single digit IQ, single digit inch,
once you break through
single
that,
inch
Millimeters.
millimeter. Sorry.
Breathe.
once you break through the crunchy outside, it's goopy sweetness on the
So
inside.
back to the whole,
don't
like
know
when I
about
first
that.
met you, right?
Well, for me, because
Because we had a coworker, his name was Joseph.
yeah.
You
Guy
know,
who's jerking off in the bathroom.
yeah. So I was like, all right, so he's definitely a shooter. Hans might be a shooter. I'm gonna go with the maybe and become friends with him. So at least he can maybe shoot the other guy.
If they have like a shootout,
yeah, if a
you're
shootout-
on
Dude,
your
they
outside.
came the same day, and they were just like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, bro, you got caught masturbating in the bathroom too? Let's-
We clank our guns together.
But then Hans
You
would
want
get to
Doc
me,
real quick?
But see, Hans would get to me at the paint section and be like, "Oh, Lynn, Chris, they're cool, dude. Don't shoot them."
Right.
That was my mentality on the whole thing.
Or he would tell you, "Hey, don't come into work tomorrow."
Right, he'd be the guy.
I don't know. He might want me to watch.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that a thing?
maybe.
I don't know.
I remember seeing a video
You,
of that
you
one.
asked a serious question, so I'm trying to give you the answer. I think
Thanks,
you have,
James.
like I said, kind of a crunchy, off-putting outside to certain people at the time. But once you know Hans, he's my favorite person.
I don't
So-
like people.
Right, Hans, and some people translate.
And you're
that
very
weirdly.
vocal about that. Yeah.
But you're picky with who you hang out with, as am I. But I think I could just play it off better. I'd be like, yeah, fuck you, yeah, fuck you. Whereas like Hans would just be like, mm-hmm.
He's very opinionated. That's the thing too.
Yes.
Well, so am I.
Very opinionated.
But
no, but like
just
he will
differently.
just.
Blatantly.
You're a fucking something.
Right, yeah.
What was that something?
A lot
Hard
of
or
different
something.
things.
I don't
Depends
know.
on the person. Depends on
What
who
do
you're
you think it
talking
was?
to.
More racial.
It could be. It could be.
Depends
on the
he gives
day,
a very white
depends on
supremacist
the
type of
person.
vibe. Like if I
He's
ran
wearing very
into
light
him
colors today.
in Kansas or in the brush, I would be scared of him. Yeah.
Sorry, going back to Paradise Lost.
Yeah. Go back. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you just feel bad for the kids that are getting tried. The only thing is with that, is that
We just went on a whole
fuck?
rant.
the one kid
Do you want
that
Pepsi?
yeah, there's here.
Do you need a shot with that Pepsi?
Yes.
You might after that, dude.
Yeah, take one.
You want a shot?
pour one
Here, hold the.
I gotta pee too.
Can I do another one? Do you want to pause it or you?
Yeah.
No,
'Cause I
just
was
keep
gonna-
talking.
Okay.
We'll just keep
I
talking.
wanted
it's
you
fine.
here because this pertains to you.
I gotta pee. It takes 2
Just kidding.
seconds.
Go piss, girl.
I gotta hold Lynn's mic.
On shot.
But yeah, the one thing about that movie that's fucked up is the one kid who actually is fine going on camera talking about like his experience. Neither of those kids like really thought that they were gonna get fucking put in prison. They were just like, we didn't do it, so we just didn't think, like, we just thought this was kind of just a show.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it was just going to be bullshit, and they're going to throw out the case, but then
I
we just didn't think we were actually going to get put in prison.
Do you feel like most murders, like especially like younger kids that are murdering people, feel that way? Like
Like
they're just,
socks.
they have piggies.
Nice.
What, like, they won't actually go to prison?
Yeah, like they don't think it's real until it actually.
Well, it's normalcy bias.
It's been here the whole
Matt's
time.
here.
Hey,
Matt's here,
McConaughey.
everyone.
What? Where were you? Why?
No, yeah, no, just come on in.
Matt's here.
Yeah,
Sitting on the spot.
yeah, yeah. Here, come sit down, Matt.
We were just talking about this documentary that I was
We just
checking
roasted the fuck out of. Did you
Yeah,
hear
you
any
missed
of that?
No, because
This is Matt. Everybody
Matt
say
is
hi to
the
Matt.
homie. Bad
Can you
Matt.
hand me that, Matt?
My guy.
Thank you. I know it's my inhaler.
But to what you're asking about, you don't, do you think those kids think about that?
Yeah, so like I was watching something on TikTok. It was like a basically the guy tells stories about murders and shit, and he was talking about how like these two girls, they got in their heads that like they can kill somebody and get away with it, you know, scot free, and so they invited another like a third friend out, became her best friend pretty much because she was like a loner. Invited her to the woods and beat the living shit out of her
Yep.
and killed her.
Was that the Slender Man thing?
I think it was
Yeah,
the Slender
yeah,
Man
yeah.
thing.
No,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it wasn't, because that was only. Oh no,
It was
That
two
was two
girls,
girls.
and then
That
they
was two
killed
I
the
thought
third
the
friend.
ones that you're talking about were like teenagers or something.
No,
They
I
were
think it
middle
was the
schoolers,
Slender Man
yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
they
they
took her out to
killed
the
her.
woods, yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh, Slender Man told us to do
Right,
it," and
yep.
they didn't think it was real. They thought it was like a joke.
Right.
And then they got tried.
I think it's different with kids that are that age.
what? Oh,
Like I walked down and I just see him on the staircase. I'm like,
Hey.
you should just walk in, dude. Who gives a fuck?
I think, I mean,
Normalcy-
kids that age aren't understanding aren't comprehending.
But people don't in general. That's normalcy bias. People people don't think nuclear war is like it could happen any second. People don't understand like your reality can change. We saw it with COVID. Your reality can
You want a
change in
shot?
24 hours.
Yeah.
Your entire life, the entire world can change in in a second. So like people love to kind of just go by their day-to-day life. Like that could never happen. It very easily could happen.
yeah.
I think it just depends on. It depends on individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also
'Cause-
like not becoming addicted to your normal everyday life and assuming that that's how things are going to be forever because they are not. And again, things can change on the fucking flip of a dime. And that's a very scary thing. And that's why people sort of put it out of their minds. It's also why people need to stop assuming the worst out of people.
Have you guys ever had like a dream where you've done something fucked up and like you're gonna go to prison or something?
No, usually I'm the victim.
Yeah, same.
No.
Huh? You've had that dream? I've had one. I had one of those dreams where I'm like, I think I like hit somebody with my car, and I was so freaked out I just drove away. And I'm just like,
In
and
his
then
dream. Just
yeah,
kidding.
it just
Lynn's
happened
never
to
done
be.
this.
This is a,
yeah, no, my dream was in 2012. I was
Stop.
going over 152. Then there was a
You're
random
getting
bike
actually
ride.
too specific with real places.
No, it was
Stop.
2:30 a.m. Yeah, it was.
Mine are usually like somebody tries to like break in to our place or like somebody tries to do something towards like Crystal.
Not you.
No, not me. What the fuck?
I don't know.
Yeah, but
I
do you
usually
feel
end
like you're in quicksand or something? You can't move fast
No,
enough?
I fucking kill them.
Oh.
They're dead.
Dude, I'm
And
always
this is why people
slow.
think you're a school shooter.
Bro, like, well, because I think him, this is going to get into that weird spiritual shit.
Yep.
But for him, he taught me how to like kind of be in control of the dream instead of being the victim of the dream. So now when I do dream and I have moments where it's like that, like in it, I know where my gun is, I know where my shit's at, I grab it and I
So he taught you how to do that, but it sounds like you like being the victim in your dream then. If you know how to control it.
When I have dreams or something really, when I was a kid, I'd have dreams where like I got killed in like a bathroom stall a lot. Like I really see
That
like
sounds so
punk rock,
specific.
like yeah, it happened a lot.
Did
One
they
time,
just kill you or did they do something else?
no, they kill me. One time it was.
Were
it
you
was-
shitting?
It was when I was too young to like know what a lot
Yeah.
of other stuff
Yeah, yeah.
was. I had one that was reoccurring where someone in like a Bugs Bunny like mascot outfit would kill me in like this like venue bathroom. this,
Like Frank the
funky
Bunny,
graffiti.
or was
no,
it like
Bugs
a?
No,
Bunny.
he said
Bugs Bunny?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Was
that
it
one,
Lola Bunny?
that one was no, it was really fucking. It was a reoccurring one too.
I
as
have a
I've gotten
Lola
older,
Bunny
I've had-
cosplay.
I have a recurring Lola Bunny.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, Matt, tell us about your.
I also don't remember. I just remember like this close. All right.
That
Yeah.
close, baby.
You gotta speak. I was gonna say,
You
if you're
gotta
not gonna-
spit
you
in
can't
it a
speak
little.
up, yeah, you gotta put it close.
All right.
Yeah.
We're on the fucked up one, I think.
Oh, that sounds
No,
good.
I'm on the fucked. I'm on the one. I'm on number 1.
Yeah, you're 3, right?
Okay, go on.
Two.
No, you're 3.
Yeah. But I don't really remember it, but I just remember something happened and it was something bad, like something I did.
Like
and I
really
was running
bad,
away.
right?
And I was like running and I was like, why am I running? Like it was like too late to like confess, so I just had to keep going.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm in it. I just had to keep
And then
going,
you wake up
whatever.
in like that panic
Yeah,
state,
I'm
like,
is this
fuck.
real?
Yeah, like what did I
that just
do?
happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was about it, but I don't really remember. I'll try to remember more.
It's scary. Those dreams are fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Like have you guys ever had the toilet dream?
It depends.
You
What,
just
what
said
is
you
the toilet? Which one?
Well, like when you're peeing in a toilet and then you wake up and you're
You actually peeing on your wife?
standing. Oopsie.
Oh fuck! Sorry.
Oh, it's better than the shit
It's like,
one.
is it raining?
Yeah. No, nobody. It's just me.
I mean, I've had obviously dreams of me shitting myself. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I've had dreams where I've like, oh fuck, I almost shit my pants, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh,
I shit my pants in my bed.
And then shit my pants.
Crystal's just covered in shit.
Jesus.
Feel bad.
Just corn and
yeah, just corn, all the elote that we fucking eat.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
You're
I've had
bilingual as
dreams
fuck.
like that where I have woken up because I've done something, but in
Yeah.
the dream I actually fucking did kill that person. I'm like, oh shit, fuck.
Like
But they,
And I wake up in real life in blood, and I'm like, oh fuck.
I don't know. Like if
Somebody's a
somebody broke in,
lampshade.
you would just fucking Once
into my
yeah, like into your
place,
yeah,
in real life,
yeah. Like, would you even try to see who it is?
No, it doesn't matter.
dude.
Once it was Hayden.
The only thing
You
I'm
hate
gonna
somebody breaking into his house at
I don't have a
fucking
key.
3 a.m.
No, that's why you break in. Yeah,
Why would I ever need to break into his place?
because you love your brother.
He wants to cuddle.
Oh, I need to get in your house so bad. I need to give you a hug.
The only thing I'm gonna see
I
is the
feel like
muzzle
Hans would
flash.
put like 3 extra rounds into you.
No, he would shoot me once, and then you'd see who it was. He's like,
You know,
"Why are you this far?"
You know, one of the stupidest things I'll see online is like when people talk about like home invasions or people
Yeah.
break and steal your shit. Like, if you shoot someone that breaks into your home, that means you care more about your items than that person's life. Like, no, that person cared more about my items than his life.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
100%.
He's coming into my domain to do harm. Fuck that person.
This is my dojo.
Like, I don't give a shit what they broke in for. Like, fuck you.
I'm sorry. Who have you heard that?
It's all it's all over. It's been a meme online for like 10, 15
dude,
years. There's that one bitch. It's like, if you hurt someone for stealing your dog, you care more about your dog than that person. It's like, yeah,
Damn
fuck,
straight.
damn straight. And I give a shit more about my TV and my well-being than the person who's coming into my place. Like, you're goddamn right.
They're gonna taste some asphalt because their head's gonna get
Yeah, like
crunched.
fuck you. It's the stupidest argument you'll.
Hey,
I
just
see
put
it
your
all
teeth
over.
right there on that curb, please.
I'm starting to
Thank you.
feel like I'm in a room full of all school shooters.
Oh my god, it's called defending your property
Yep.
and your shit that you own.
I would want to talk to him, like reason with him.
Just sit
Of
down at the
course.
table. Hey, I'm Chris Hansen. So
Yeah.
you're trying to take my
Let's stick
items?
to you
We're
right
gonna
here.
talk this
Let's
through.
stick. Where'd you bring that?
we
You know
parcel?
how old this item is? It's actually under 18 years old.
Jesus.
What'd you bring
Yeah,
the pizza
no.
for? Come on.
That
Dude, honestly, not for a long time. I think
You
there
were
was a
worried you were
year,
gonna get a Chris Hansen.
for a year I was
Bro.
watching on YouTube the Chris Hansen. Like, somebody would keep uploading Chris Hansen
Yeah,
Clips
episodes,
from back in the day.
clips from back in the day.
they're fucked, dude.
And I was watching them on repeat. Not
Yeah.
repeat. I was binging all of them.
Learning.
Up until I got to the one where
Yeah.
the guy killed himself.
Oh, the judge.
Or, sorry,
He was like
where
a- like
the
a
guy
political figure,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
committed
Oh
unalive.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
Commits end
Gotta
life.
edit
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
oh yeah, I'll
Yeah,
leave
yeah.
it out.
Yeah. But yeah, where the guy committed unalive, and that's when the show got canceled.
Yep.
But those episodes are so funny. I think 3 people walked into the house butt naked because they asked them to.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they just did it. They fucking walked in butt naked, and Chris Hansen was like, "What are you doing here with your penis out?"
Also, when you ask where does that come from? That idea that, you know, someone comes and they care more about your.
Well, no, I just don't know who has said that ever.
It's been a meme online for years. That people
I know
will
it's a meme,
repost.
but I-
people repost it seriously. Also,
Oh.
not to get political, but you got a couple jabs in the last couple episodes, so I'm going to get one in. Our shithole governor told people that for the last couple of years. Blatantly, they need if they're breaking in to steal
take
something
my
from your
leave.
house, they need it more than you do. No, they fucking don't. And they're going to fucking get, as Hans said, the asphalt for that shit.
Why is that jabbing me? I don't like her.
No, not jab at you. We're saying, we try not to get political on here. But you got some political jabs in the last couple episodes, so.
Yeah, fuck you.
and
I think we need to burn it to the ground.
But I'm just saying.
I think we need to start anew.
He's blatantly said that multiple times over the last 4 to 8 years. That's been the excuse for a lot of the thievery and things that have happened in California, and that's a very stupid fucking mindset. So like Hans said, you get the asphalt. Like there's no fucking... No. No one... We don't know what your intention is when you break into someone's house.
Yeah.
Like...
That's why you have a secondary item that you put, that doesn't have a serial number on it, that you put next to him after you do what you've done.
He's talking about pepper spray.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, not jab
bro.
at you, just a jab at
Hayden,
that individual.
since you like, watching Chris Hansen shit, have you seen the it's like a TikTok profile, but it's just two big burly white dudes that,
Yes.
they pretend to be,
Oh,
a
yeah.
kid, and they invite these fucking people out, and they're just like, what the fuck you doing here, dude?
Dude, I saw one, Devin, I'm in a chat with Devin and our buddy from LA, Justin, and one of them sent a video of this guy coming to a Walmart to meet up with them. And
I've
they're just
seen that one.
Well, there's multiple, but dude, they fucking throw a pumpkin at his
Yep.
head, knock him out, and as the pumpkin, like, it's almost like the anvil thud. It's like, it was so funny. Not that, I mean, they fucking deserve it.
Yeah.
Right.
But like,
Yeah, 100%.
But you have to be very careful
it's
of that
so
shit, too.
funny.
Like,
Because they're going to go to jail for doing that.
Right.
Like,
Right. But that's also the problem with this stuff is like I love
depends on
vigilante
the state.
justice, but
but the thing is,
you have to, like when you're inspiring all these like copycat Chris Hansons, like shit can go so wrong in so
Yeah.
many
think
fucking
about
ways.
the documentary I was just talking about, that
Right.
these people want vigilante justice
Right.
and wanted to kill those kids when
Right.
those
We don't
teenagers
know.
when they didn't fucking do it.
Right.
Yeah.
It is clear because they all had alibis.
Right.
And they didn't go by that at all because they were judged by a jury of their peers, which was that part of that fucking town.
But this is my problem with like so much of what's happening today is people like this is the same thing we've seen for decades and decades and decades is you see people that want to be mad about shit. They want to assume the worst, so they have an excuse to act out. You see it all over the place all the time, especially nowadays. It's a negative effect of the human condition, but it leads to shit like this. And everyone thinks they're in the right, or they at least tell themselves they're in the right when they just assume the worst.
Keep moving too.
Then you have shit like this where you were just being pissed off to be pissed off, and you wanted to be mad. You wanted to assume the worst about these kids, and you were wrong.
I think a lot of people want to live out that power fantasy of a home invasion type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think it's also just people wanting to be mad. People want the attention on them. And when you're upset about something where you're assuming the worst without knowing full well one way or the other, you are shit, do I want one more? No, I don't want one more. I don't need one more.
My stomach's on fire right now.
But that's what this kind of shit leads to. You can kind of play it up to whatever you want and say it's because of this, that, or the other. That's fine. But at the end of the day, people, that attention thing, even without social media, has always been around. If you want to be pissed off about something, not knowing or knowing full well, either way, you're going to be, but there's going to be negative consequences from that. And
Why are you looking at me?
it's very damaging.
Why are you looking at me?
What are you talking about?
You were just staring at me while he was talking.
I was talking to him the whole time.
You were staring at me, though.
Didn't look at anything at you.
Yeah, you did. Were you looking through me? Was the 1,000-yard stare kicking in?
I wasn't looking at you. That's crazy.
Are your eyes just
You're
fucked
sounding
up?
crazy right now.
I am crazy.
I'm gaslighting him.
The fuck are we talking about now?
You guys didn't watch any documentaries, huh?
I mean, well, 7:31.
We could talk about Fantastic
Tell me
Four.
what that is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, tell Hayden doesn't know what it is.
We could talk about Fantastic Four.
We'll talk about Fantastic.
Oh, yes.
the
Yes.
trailer.
Yeah.
Then we'll talk about...
I'm actually really curious
Oh.
what you guys thought.
Yeah.
I'm really scared that you guys did not like it at all.
Lynn doesn't look like he liked it at all.
Oh, man. I'm not trying to watch the fucking... the superhero version of The Bear.
That's what if, yeah, right?
You did a great job with that. That's some good garlic zest on it.
Like, okay,
Okay,
well,
first
what
of all,
if,
the
yeah,
cousin isn't the fucking chef in the show.
There is nothing about that looks good to me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be the stickler asshole.
The Thing looked comic accurate as fuck.
No, I didn't say that he didn't look comic accurate. It
And
doesn't
it looks
look appealing.
absolutely different from any other thing that they've put out.
Superhero fatigue is a real
hard.
thing.
It is for sure.
Yeah.
And it is far too late to bring in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Because they should have been brought in at
Way
the
early
beginning of the Avengers.
They
They're
should
so-
have done it right after the Doctor Strange movie came out with what's his name, Quiet Place director
Oh, John
Krasinski. They
Was it
should have
called
like right
something
after that
Madness?
they should have done the Fantastic Four
Multiverse of Madness.
because they literally
There
just
you go.
introduced him and then now what Pedro
Yeah,
Pascal.
we have to, I don't care enough one way or another to be happy or not happy about it. So
Okay.
yeah,
No, I'm not that. I'm
don't have
like
a feeling
fucking
on it.
super excited for it. I just really liked that The Thing looked cool.
Yeah, no, he looked good. I'm
what
sorry.
thing?
Sorry, we can talk about
You
that
like
now.
the Thing?
He loves the thing.
You like
when
the
I
way
was a
he
kid
looked?
growing up. Yeah, he looks straight out of the fucking comics. What do you mean?
I think it's the CGI that's bothering me, or the.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think The Thing back in fucking 2004,
It's giving me-
the
okay.
original one looked fucking great.
It's giving me because you guys saw the newest Doctor Strange, right? Or like the what is it, Eye of Madness or whatever.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, it's giving me. You know how bad the CGI was in that, like the effects.
It wasn't great.
I thought that first monster
Hayden's
looked-
like, what?
That first monster looked fucking great.
Well, I think he's different from how all of us think because
He has an extra chrome, yeah.
no. It's I'm not putting any jabs towards you in any way. I feel like we're so out of the superhero
We're
realm.
so much smarter than you.
No,
and
no.
You're a fucking retard.
I think
Hey, I
you're
didn't wanna say
excited
it.
because you want more of the Marvel shit. And
I just want to see the characters that we got so many like separation films
Yeah.
that like didn't connect at all and it fucking sucked for so long.
Yeah.
And I just want to see like the Fantastic Four interact with fucking Spider-Man. I want to see shit like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I like seeing
Yeah.
all those crossovers. I think the way that they're going about it is really bad because we're just getting big, over-budgeted movies that don't give us enough time where we can get a Fantastic Four movie where they bring Spider-Man in the Fantastic Four or some shit like they did in the comics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I'm told for what I've been looking into is that this whole movie is obviously a different universe. It's a different multiverse
Yeah.
bullshit, whatever. And that they go into the current shit. Like the current Marvel universe where everyone's in it.
Yeah, it's a
Their
different universe.
shit gets fucked up because Galactus
they
is obviously
lose.
in it. Yeah, they
It's
lose
a
it.
It's a movie where they lose.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
Like-
want to get Hayden's point straight. So you want characters that you grew up with enjoying. You just want to see them done properly and interacting with other characters that you enjoy.
I feel like it's a trick question.
No, it's not.
but yeah.
No, it's not a trick question.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
asking you
and that's why
legitimately.
I liked Spider-Man Far From Home.
Right.
That's why I liked
All of us here, I think, like that movie.
Yep. I didn't like this. I don't love Tom Holland Spider-Man. I like that movie.
No, I liked it.
and I
Wait, why do you
enjoyed.
think that's a trick question?
I don't know. I feel like
You feel like you're going to get flamed by all of us?
No.
We're not
We're not
against
trying
you.
to-
You're
Hayden.
a fucking idiot.
Hayden, we're not against you. Just because there's 3 dudes sitting on a couch,
Four.
looking at four.
Why did you say 3?
Four.
He doesn't count.
I don't like me. I'm not.
right now.
I'm sub. But we're not judging you. This isn't an interrogation, Hayden.
Oh, it's an intervention. Fuck. All right.
Yeah,
You have a problem. You consume mass media and you have no thought.
I
for
don't
they
know what you're
provide
talking
you.
about.
What were you gonna say?
I was going to say that's very understandable that you want to see your favorite characters as they are doing character things with other characters that you enjoy that you grew
That's
up with.
what
I
we all
just
want.
think we are getting we're getting too many bloated movies where we can get something that's mid-budget, low-level fucking, villains, and we get, little crossovers here and there. We get like Daredevil and Spider-Man teaming up for a fucking movie or a show. But
I did
it
like
just
how
gets
they
so
put in
intervened.
Matt Murdock in the newest Spider-Man.
I thought that was a
that
great
was such
little
a
addition.
cool little, thing that they added. That was
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, no, it would be really cool to see that though. Like, I would love to see fucking John Berthal or whatever.
Well,
as
we are
Punisher
getting that.
in the
That's
movies.
The new Daredevil show that's coming out for...
No, I want to see him in the movies though.
No, same. I think that's what
Yeah.
they're going to plan on doing is they're going to bring everybody from the shows into the movies. That's the whole reason why they're doing the Marvel TV thing.
Yeah.
I just hope they do a better job because it's becoming too...
Like, does anybody even
Loaded.
care about the new Captain America?
No.
The
Only
reshoot
thing-
of America?
But I don't like
Dude,
Captain
they've
America in
reshot that
general,
movie
so-
4 times.
The only thing that actually,
Yeah.
makes me want to see it is just Red Hulk.
Yeah, I just want to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
Hold on, what?
Yeah, I just want to see how the Red Hulk plays out. That's about it. Just want to see how the Red Hulk
Speak up.
plays out. I just want to see how the Red Hulk plays out.
They're being dicks.
Oh, they are?
Yes.
I mean, Lynn was.
Especially-
I was
especially-
Yeah, I know.
because that mic does not pick up shit.
This one doesn't?
No.
All of them don't.
Oh.
Mine does.
Perfect.
But
I have another one of those.
Hans has another one of those, and he
Yeah.
doesn't bring it because he says it doesn't do well.
it's not the mic, it's the deck. There's one port, and I think it's two.
That's what they always say. It's never the mic. It's always the deck.
God. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What are you scrolling on? Are you on Twitter?
No, I was.
He's looking at Kanye's feed right now.
I'm not.
Kanye's
I'm
Twitter.
not. I swear.
Posted a dick pic. I just want to see.
It wasn't.
I think the funniest thing ever was when Kanye was trying to. I forgot who he was talking to. He's like, "Bro, you can't side with Pete Davidson. He's a white boy with a 10-inch dick fucking my wife."
I've never seen that one.
I forgot who was talking about it, but that is like a real
I see a
fucking
lot of
story.
Kanye stuff.
So
7:31.
oh, okay, so now
What's-
we're off Fantastic Four.
Wait, no. Well, let's give final thoughts on that. I suppose.
I'm not hyped.
I don't care one way or another.
You didn't say. I said I'm excited.
I'm interested to
Not
see.
excited. I just want to see what happens.
I'm also interested to see
You're being
what
hesitant
happens.
because it's
Yeah.
you're just
Dude, it's been
He's been hurt.
It's a beaten horse at this point. Like the whole Marvel superhero movies, it's I don't know. They should have just ended it with the Avengers. You know, Spider-Man's cool. I don't mind the Spider-Man movies, but like I don't know. I'm just kind of like over the whole superhero
The thing
thing
that
now.
they keep trying to reach for is that
hold on,
billion-dollar thing.
Matt give his opinion.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the movie, but that's about it because Marvel just like kind of just ran it to the ground, like you said. And I feel like, I don't know, it just feels like after I've seen like the DC animated movies, it just feels so much better looking at that because it feels like they're not paying these actors billions of dollars, so we can only get like 5 together. And
Did you watch Creature Commandos?
Shit,
No,
son.
not yet.
Oh, dude.
you need to watch that.
And that's why I feel like all these movies, we can't get anything good because we can only afford like 5 characters together. So it just kind of sucks
That's
seeing
the
all
thing.
that.
You and I have talked about this multiple times where they need to do what DC animation does, but in the real, having real actors.
Yeah.
Do a one-off movie, get a bunch of actors, have them cast it as like, do X-Men again or whatever. Just do a different story and that be the movie. Make it fucking 2 hours or whatever and just do that how Suicide did. Suicide Squad's movie with Idris Elba, and that movie alone is fucking great because it's a single story. It's out from everything else. There's hints of things here and there. Same with Peacemaker. Peacemaker's a fucking great show. They give you at the end all the fucking Justice League. They need to do that. Instead of having this giant conglomerate of like multiverse, all this other bullshit, trying to piece it together and it just kind of falls apart after Endgame, you need to stop. Reboot it. Take a break. 3 years.
I don't think they need to reboot it. I just think they need to give it time to like breathe.
I
Should have given time, like not come out with a movie like fucking a year later.
Well, no, they had only, one movie this year?
I think
Is
it's
it
just
Cap?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
And then Cap, right?
Last year.
Oh, it was last year.
year.
Deadpool and Wolverine was
But
just
this
last
year
year.
it's just Captain America.
I think so, yeah.
And that no one's
Oh
hyped
no,
for that.
and Fantastic Four.
Does that come out
Yeah.
this year?
Yeah.
It's out this year?
Yeah,
That
in
one comes
like
in
July,
July,
or
right?
something. And Captain
my
America
God,
comes
yeah.
out next month, I think.
We get like 3 movies.
Oh,
like,
shit.
I think it's
weekly. I don't know. It's not Marvel.
Oh, so
specifically.
Fantastic Four comes out around the same time as Superman
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we get Jurassic World
and Jurassic World.
and Superman. Then I think Fantastic Four.
Did you guys watch a trailer for Jurassic World?
Nope.
No, I saw like a little clip, but that's about it.
Bad.
I'm gonna have to
It
agree.
looks awful.
I think there's one dinosaur in there that kind of looks cool, just because it looks like a cross between a fucking xenomorph and a T-Rex.
That's what I
And
saw.
because I think the only like saving grace concept of it is that they're going to an island where it's like, yeah, we gotta go to this island where it's just they fucked up on all of these fucking dinosaurs. Like these are all just fucked up
So my
dinosaurs.
whole thing about the whole Jurassic World, Jurassic Park bullshit is that We have like UAVs and fucking satellite imagery. That's what takes me out of it. It's like, why would you go there if you can see, oh fuck,
Dude.
there's fucking monsters on the fucking
pterodactyls
They
take
need
those
to,
out.
the reason for this one, why they're going to that island, is because they need DNA from 3 different dinosaurs and species, and the government won't allow them to do it. There you go.
Again, you have drones.
They don't. These people don't. They just need to get the DNA and get out.
Make dinosaurs, but not drones.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
They didn't make the dinosaurs. They're just extracting DNA.
I mean, you can get
They're
DNA
jerking off
out
dinosaurs.
Of, yeah, you can get DNA out of Hans right now. Well, that's a little weird. I'm
difficult
sorry.
to
That's a
do.
little weird. Sorry, they're brothers. 2 brothers.
Anyways,
Why are you looking at me?
Unit
want some protein?
731.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna say thank you, Wendigoon, for that because that
Yeah.
just sparked a horrible fucking rabbit hole I went down. Have you ever heard of that? I'm gonna talk to you about it
Wendigoon.
because I don't know if I've spoken to you about it.
Wendigoon.
So Japan during World War II had a off-site facility in China where they used it as a lumber and water company. That they're saying that they're a lumber where they chop down trees and whatever, and then a water supply thing. But in actuality, they're bringing in Chinese, Russian, Japanese, and no, not Japanese, American, all like people that were, products of war that were captured. And they would basically take them into this place and they would like just see what the human body can survive through. So basically they would just be like, all right, we're going to fucking test heights.
I know what
Yep.
Yeah. So they would just do
Damn.
fucked up shit. So like they would take a person, they would take a female that's pregnant. They would take a female that's not pregnant, and then a male and then another male at different heights. And they would drop shit on them, or they would take them and put them in like freezing shit to see what happens to the body. It was just like experiments that they wanted to see that the human condition can survive through, and that was basically their whole premise. And this was and after everything that they did, and I'll get into
They're melting
specifics.
people's skin.
Yeah, they're seeing
Just
what you can
horrendous
survive,
shit.
and they would do it to kids. So there's a thing that they had where a pregnant woman was in there and she gave birth, and they took the baby and they did experiments on the baby as well.
And then they wonder why we dropped 2 bombs.
Yeah.
Like
When was this? I'm sorry. What year was this?
This is during World War II.
And then and they're like, why would they do this to? Like, come on, you were doing.
There was a lot of fucking shit.
Unfortunately, it's not limited to just them.
Yeah.
Damn, them Germans were doing a lot worse.
I mean,
They were
they're
all,
both-
everyone was doing the same. A lot of people were doing a lot.
I
of
everyone
think
was
they were
doing
probably
this.
all on the same fucking level, dude.
These are this is papers that they found after they burned down the entire facility, and they kept a lot of these Japanese scientists as well.
They were doing terrible things to people in these little
Yes,
these
both-
little units.
Yes, both
Japan
Germans
and Germany were doing horrible things.
A lot of them
So,
were. Some have just been uncovered.
would-
Some haven't been.
they would basically just do
Are you
fucked
having
up
another
shit.
shot?
Yes. Jesus Christ. Are you gonna have a shot?
Who? I don't know what that is.
Jimmy?
Hey, you might as well hire me as
Are you not drinking right now?
We should start a little
Say that one more
fucking
time.
mobile bar, dude.
But yeah, basically when no one's gonna pick that up.
Yep. Thank God.
But when they burned down the facility,
But what year did they burn? Do you know what year they burned it down?
it was right before the war
Ended.
ended.
Okay.
I
Cheers.
think it was like a year after though, actually, because it was still
Sounds about right.
It was still kind of up, and they were still doing shit. But then
Well,
Americans,
because they changed the name of the experiments
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
because it was a front. So like
Right.
when they would show up, there was buses, and the buses were blacked out to where you couldn't see anything in it. But it was actually just prisoners. So they roll up. The front of it looked like an actual facility where they had like administrative workers and all that shit. And then behind that front, it was this fucked up like lab where they would just do shit. So they put all this stuff was like gathered up after the war when they burned down the entire facility, and there's paperwork left off, and they kind of scrounged it together and found it, and then it was released way later of what they did.
Yeah.
But none of it was fully, all the documents were burned besides a few that they could manage.
So what did they?
Survivors.
Did they find anything out?
They're committing atrocious
They were
experiments on people.
No, I'm saying did the scientists there be like, oh,
They were
this person's
no.
skin
It was just
outfit,
it was malicious.
something. It was just malicious. It was just fucked up shit. They just want to be like,
Dude, it was like fucked up.
like a
Yep.
kid
Things.
poking a fucking dying animal or some shit.
What? No.
What?
They took kids and fucking like dropped.
They would
No,
put him in
I'm
like.
saying the same concept of a kid.
So
just
they learn
seeing
nothing.
what
Like,
would happen.
Fucking around to see
Yes.
right.
Essentially, yeah. It was
not
Basically,
saying
it's
thing.
basically they were like a kid. There's an anthill. They were taking a magnifying glass. They were just wanting
Right.
to see
That's
them
what.
burn.
That's my
Yeah.
whole. That was my
Yeah.
whole.
Remember when we were
thing I was
kids and we
saying.
had GI
Analogy,
Joes
yeah.
and we'd play with our GI
That's a big word
Joes
for
and
me.
Remember we would beat the fuck out of those crabs with sticks.
okay.
Grandpa would bring home crabs.
That's essentially what it was. Is they
Right.
had these people that they could just fuck with and do whatever they wanted because it was just free reign.
Right.
It was in a different country that had no.
Wait, hold
grasp
on. Your grandpa made you guys beat up crabs?
no,
with-
he wouldn't make us beat up crabs. So what would happen?
Don't just glaze over that.
So what would happen is he would go. He would go get crabs.
Yeah.
Because he would go and fish and shit.
Yeah, beat these
And
fucking
so
crabs.
we would have a big crab boil.
Beat these crabs before I beat you,
And,
boy.
no, he would.
Yeah.
You'd just be like, "Oh, play with the crabs, guys. Just don't put your fingers on them. Here are these sticks."
Hayden, get your dick
and-
away from there.
So me and Hans would
Oh, yeah, for
grab the sticks and we'd be like
Fucking-
poking them, and we would grab. They would grab on with the claws.
I wish-
and so we'd bring them
I wish
real
he was
high.
alive so I can
and then-
ask him.
That's mine.
You should.
And dude, it would be cool. There'd be a big splat. And
What
I'm
are you
just kidding.
talking
I'm
about?
kidding.
Bro, we just took sticks and like because the crab shoved
No, we
so
just
hard,
poking
we
him.
just- You're a
We
kid,
just-
you're curious.
yeah.
You don't know what.
I'm getting two different versions of this right now. Because
I was joking.
I'm the
I'm
school
sorry.
shooter. Yeah, fucking right.
I was joking about the bringing them high thing, but no, we would just. I don't know. We would just poke them. They'd grab the stick.
Matt,
and
did you
we'd
ever
bring 'em
do
up.
anything like that as a kid?
With ants. Like, yeah, magnifying glass, but nothing like that.
It was basically like the curiosity of like what a kid had for the like what you could do with an insect or something. You know, like roly polies, fucking ants. They did that with humans though. It's just fucked.
You know what was weird is I never. The only thing I ever did with the roly poly was just roll it.
What?
You never, as a kid, you'd get like a
Not
daddy
throw 'em, I
long
would just
leg and you'd
see
pull.
how.
No.
I thought that was horrible.
You guys
What?
ever did that?
No.
Done what?
Pull
With
off
the- like a
daddy's
d-
long legs.
No. Why would I do that? They
Yeah,
kill,
me
They
neither.
kill all the bad insects.
Yeah, me neither. I never. They're not spiders.
They're like the most venomous
No, but
thing
they
you can
yeah
get.
they are, but their things are too brittle to bite.
Yeah, they can't puncture skin.
Yeah.
If those things can puncture your skin, you're
You
dead.
die. Yeah,
Those things can kill you.
but that's why they're so good at killing other
I
insects.
feel like that's been debunked. Is that
No.
real?
That is
Somebody
real.
Google it.
Ask ChatGPT.
Because I want the audience to fucking Google it and put
Tell
in
us
the,
in the comments. Like
put it in
and
the comments.
subscribe. Like and subscribe.
I don't know about that.
They're okay. Well, I'm gonna get back to it. But
Okay, yeah, go back.
They basically would take people and strap them to these things that rotated and spun hella quick, and they wanted to see what would happen if you put G-force onto a person. And basically, it was like an object that they would strap to, and then they would spin it hella fast, like on a motor, to where it would like see what would happen in the human body at high speeds, and then they would freeze people's arms at different temperatures, like different ligaments. So like they'd have a lady in her arm in one like vat of like freezing cold, and then they would take her leg doing something else. It was like fucked up shit.
Jesus fucking.
And that's why I have to thank Peter because he was the one that put me on the band that's named after that.
Which is crazy. That's such
it's
a cool
fucking
name.
Insane. So that sparked my interest back in the day because he told me about it.
Yeah.
And then I watched the Wendigoon video that he did that he went into depth on it.
What a name.
Dude's fucking awesome.
He's great.
But
Does he have a show with Meat Canyon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
That's
Yeah.
what Creepcast.
Yep, Creepcast.
Creepcast.
Yep.
It's another great fucking
Yep.
watch.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like a front for lumber and water,
Yep.
and then behind that is just them doing fucked up shit. Like I remember the one where they would drop objects at certain heights to see what it would do. So they would have like a kid, and then they would drop something 6 feet above his head, see what would happen, and they would do it higher and higher on different people. It was fucked. And then a lot of the people that ran that place, like the guards, they would do horrible shit to the women and the men.
It's giving me what's that one movie where it's just like different?
Hostel?
No, it was like different directors, kind of like VHS, but like
Oh,
you remember
ABCs
the
of Death?
ABCs of Death.
yeah, you remember the masturbation?
Yep.
Oh, that was
They probably did
horrible.
some weird shit like
They
that
did.
too.
Yeah, that's what it's reminding me of. Like, would he jerk off to that? Well,
Well, and a lot of these things didn't end when they say they ended. So like the bad guys from WW2, when that all ended, a lot of them went to Colonia Dignidad in Chile. And they continued a lot of the quote unquote research that they were doing on a lot of the natives there for years and years and years and years. And they put up this front as like this cool, like German tourist place. And it's so cool. And it's all these descendants of like the bad guys of WW2 now. But back then, that's where a lot of them fled, and they took over like hospitals and things.
Yeah.
And they would do the same thing where they would like they'd light someone on fire and throw them out the window
Yeah.
to see what he would do. And they would keep these people there as like prisoners essentially in these hospitals.
Yeah, that's just like that Netflix show that we were talking about. The Hoing Sing creature. You remember that? The fucking...
the Ganjiam.
Yeah, something like that, where they were experimenting people.
Right. Yeah.
Japanese were experimenting people.
Tim Kennedy has a really good documentary that he filmed about Colonia Dignidad. It's very sad. It's not one, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Hunting the Bad Guy from WW2, his actual name. But again, these are not the only two countries that did this. Most of these countries are doing this kind of shit.
Even ours, even
including
US,
especially. Yeah, we brought a lot of these people on. So that's why I don't like this holier than thou bullshit that a lot of people try and pull too. It's been happening for a long time. And then when they get caught, they go, okay, we've stopped that program. They give it a different name. And then a lot of them get put under the term conspiracy theory, which was a name that was created by the CIA after JFK got shot, because it's a way to discredit people. And a lot of conspiracy theories are stupid, but it's become a very lazy term to throw at people when they say something that you don't like.
Yeah.
Like MK Ultra was a conspiracy theory until it wasn't, and then it was declassified, and it was literally called MK Ultra. And when MK Ultra was found out about, they canceled the program, and that was us. And then we continue doing it under a different name, and that's what they do. So this is what people need to understand. Like, your reality is fake. Like, it's bullshit. Not to get all fucking weird and philosophical, but it's all propaganda. It has been for a very long time. This is not new. There's a lot of stuff with USAID right now where there's a lot of money that was going to media companies and stuff. A lot of that stuff was put out purposely as propaganda, and people bid on it without question because they want to be like, well, I'm so good, I'm so just, I'm so this, that, and the other thing. You bid on propaganda mindlessly because it made you look real good on social media. And this is not new. Social media is the new avenue, maybe, but this is what newspapers are doing back in the day. Walter Duranty went to Soviet Russia. If you want to hate journalists, he's like the reason why you should. He went to Soviet Russia, had a meeting with Stalin. And usually when these journalists were going over there, they would literally create these little towns where it's like The Interview, where they go and everything looks all great, and they
It's like book you made me read, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like everything looks all great and there's food everywhere, and they would set these up for U.S. politicians and these other countries to come to visit.
It's crazy.
And they would set it up to look like everything was great and they were thriving and there's food everywhere. Walter Duranty was very pro-socialist at the time. As a lot of people were back then. Everyone thinks this is like new for like Hollywood and stuff. It's not. And he got he was a New York Times journalist. He got an interview with Stalin. And Stalin showed him around everywhere, everything. And he knew that Duranty was very into this ideology. And he goes, well, you don't want to like take this back to your country because you guys are kind of pushing this in the media and stuff. And this would give it a really bad name if you saw like, we're going through growing pains and it's not what it actually looks like.
Yeah.
And we'll get better at it. And Duranty came back and was like, it's totally fine over there. They're thriving. They're healthy. While he's watching fucking parents eat their kids because they're so fucking hungry. Yeah. So like, and then the New York Times puts this out that it's all propaganda, yada, 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 yada.
Yeah.
And then when this all came out, what was actually happening over there, Duranty was promptly fired, not because his company didn't know the truth, but because they have to have a fall guy, and now he's the fall guy. And he died penniless and alone. And he won a bunch of awards when he did that initial interview.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is not new. This has happened at Russia, America, Japan, Germany.
I mean, it's happening with North Korea, right?
It's happening everywhere.
Yeah.
This stuff is horrendous. And again, like the term conspiracy theory, there's a lot of stupid conspiracy theories. It's very easy to throw that term over anything you don't like because it's inconvenient to like it and it makes your beliefs look bad. MK Ultra, again, was a conspiracy theory until it wasn't. Operation Northwoods was a conspiracy theory until it wasn't. And that's been declassified for like 20 years. But that's kind of making the rounds again as like a new thing, which is kind of weird to me. I don't know why. But that was the military industrial complex going to JFK and the higher ups in the government saying, hey, we need a reason to go at Cuba. We need a reason to light some bombs off and go to war. So we're going to false flag, maybe New York, maybe somewhere that's very busy, kill a bunch of American citizens and say it was Cuba so we have a reason to go at them. And JFK said, fuck no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen. A lot of people think that's one of the reasons why he was probably taken out. I don't know one way or another, but...
I'm sorry. This is so much. This is a lot of information.
It's unfortunate, yeah. But
Holy
but again,
fuck.
this is declassified. This is not like this.
No,
is not,
I know. I believe
right.
you.
You can Google this. This is not classified.
It's a lot
information,
for Hayden to take in.
It's a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's
It is.
but that's
So
the
that would
thing.
be-
Again,
it's Mobile
but
again.
it's the normalcy bias. Not that you have normalcy bias, but like that's for a lot of people what it is.
You're just a normal guy. Yeah.
No, but it's again,
Just a
it's
chill
the,
guy.
it's the day-to-day life. But they were going to fucking kill mass amounts of American citizens, so we had a reason to go after Cuba.
Yeah.
It's horrendous, and this stuff didn't stop. Like people think that like one day the governments were like, yeah, we're not going to do stuff like that anymore. It's the South Park episode,
Yeah.
where homie's like, we're sorry,
We're
we
sorry.
won't do that.
The oil
again.
spill, yeah.
We'll never. It's like, yeah, that's not what happens. Also, like ESP was like heavily invested in back in the 60s and 70s, which is MK Ultra was part of that. But also like China, like psychic abilities.
Okay.
That's what MK Ultra was part of. They were trying
No,
to
I didn't
inject
know
these
if that
people
was,
with ESP.
So did you ever watch Stranger Things?
I've watched...
which is actually based off
Yeah, I
a
know.
lot of the experiments that they were doing at the time.
Men Who
Yeah.
Stare at Goats.
That's basically, yeah.
I've never seen
Yeah.
that.
That's a great
good.
movie.
It's funny
Is
as
it?
fuck.
George
Yeah.
Clooney's fucking hilarious in
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
George Clooney's just great.
Yeah.
I wish he did more movies.
Oh, I want more of that.
What
Brad
is it?
Pitt,
Burn
George
After
Clooney.
Reading? I love that movie.
That was a good movie. But no, that
That's the one I
movie.
was telling you about. Where Brad Pitt gets shot,
Oh yeah.
He's like, hey. Bop.
blows his head off.
What is it? Remote viewing. That was one thing that we invested heavily in, and China was also investing heavily in experimentations. Back again, I think it was the 50s and 60s, where they were convinced enough that you could have someone go into people that were gifted or people who had higher intelligence or whatever, they could literally project themselves into other places and see what was going on.
Yeah.
That we were spying on each other through remote viewing. And
It's like
gonna
astral
say, I watched-
projection or
essentially, but like
Yeah.
while you're like not meditate, like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
very much awake. This isn't like a lucid dream.
So like
thing.
that episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob's going to everybody's dreams.
Kind of, but like in real life, like you're not asleep, everyone's awake, and China legitimately
Oh.
thought that we were spying on them via remote viewing, and we thought they were doing the same thing.
So they're just
China put a booklet out to let government officials know the signs of if you were being remotely
watched.
viewed
Yeah.
and spied on during a meeting. And so they're both investing in this at
one.
the same
If
time.
you get an erection while
Well, no,
just
they-
being
they
in a
had, like-
meeting. Two.
There's books and stuff that kind of go into like the details of how they started trying to pick up on if the other group was doing it with, again, a lot of electromagnetic stuff and things like that. Oh, it's spiking. That means someone's remote viewing.
Yeah.
But there's like 20, 30 years of this stuff that's now declassified going into all this stuff.
Wouldn't that be like kind of how what's her name was in Long Legs?
Kind of, yeah.
'Cause she was hired by the FBI
Yep.
because she
Yep.
had.
She just had like a second sense
Yeah,
though,
well, that's the
wasn't
thing.
it?
They're
Right,
saying
she
it's
was-
But they didn't know when
Right,
she was
they
hired
didn't
on.
know that, right.
Yeah, but
right.
there's.
I
She
still
had
need
that
to watch
ability.
that movie.
I hate the one thing that I hate that people keep criticizing about Longlegs is they're just like, yeah, I just didn't really fuck with her like having ESP.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
like,
Some
I thought
sort
that
of
was
gift.
kind of
Right.
a
It-
cool
it
little
added to it.
addition
Yep.
to it.
It separated from
especially
like Silence of
seeing-
the Lambs or something.
exactly.
Especially seeing a second or third time, you see her like
Pick up on shit.
pick up
Right.
on it on shit, and I'm
When
like,
you see
oh,
the toll
that
it
makes
can
sense.
take on the human body, that's why she is the way she is to a degree. She's a little, you're a little
Exactly.
burnt out from that kind of stuff. But yeah, like this is like, not to get all pretentious and stuff, but this is when people like your reality is kind of bunk, and there's a lot of like barriers and synthetic things that you've been told. Like a lot of this stuff is, and again, almost all of this is declassified now. You can Google this, you can chat
Yeah, it's
GPT
open.
it. This is very open now, and a lot of it's been out there for a decade or two. So it's not like super unknown, but you have to go looking for it. People will downplay it so you don't go looking for it. but it's all, a lot of it's out there. And like, this is the stuff that's declassified. So you have to wonder about the stuff that's still classified, that's still blacked out. It's spooky, spooky shit.
Yeah. That's why I always have, because I'll end up texting him where I'm having like an exponential crisis where I'm like, oh shit. Start thinking about life. I don't know if you guys ever have that where I don't know how to explain it.
Every day.
It's not even every fucking day. Essentially, you have a panic attack, but you think about...
Starts every day.
There's a lot of people... This is going to sound fucking like a dick, but there's a lot of people that just kind of go with the flow, which you should. Like,
You don't want to stress yourself out.
You don't want to stress yourself
Right.
out, but like you'll have moments where you think about shit too much and you're like...
You
diving
become
into it, you're
self-aware.
like, oh shit, you're too self-aware of things.
Right.
And you have to train your brain to go back into that mundane, like I need to be just a work man.
You need to be present.
Yeah, you can't think about that shit because it makes you go crazy.
But you also have to be aware that these things have happened.
Yeah.
And again, that's not to be some like hippie fucking like guru bullshit. Like I can't stand those people, but you need to be aware that a lot of this stuff has been sort of synthetically set up. And set people on those tracks. And again, the normalcy bias comes into play with that. And you should question things. You shouldn't just react off the cuff because that's the easiest thing to do. It takes no balls and takes no courage to just go with the flow. People act like these like modern day rebels or like sort of we're taking this great stand on this, that, or the other or across the board. But it doesn't take any fucking balls to really kind of stand up against that kind of shit. It's lazy. You should question things, and you should come to your own conclusions, and you should do your own research. And again, that sounds very typical, but it's true. A lot of people
I'm
don't
happy
do it, though.
being in my little rabbit
Right.
hole.
Your own bubble.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's...
Because I feel like...
What impact... Sorry, this is going to probably be countering. But it's like, what impact is one person?
Right.
I mean, like, you just live your life, and that's
Like,
what it is.
that's what this
Until
like...
there's enough of us.
I don't,
Stop.
I don't like to get
Jesus.
political and all that shit, but
Right.
people get mad at me because I don't vote, right?
Right.
But it's also like, I have enough shit going on
Right.
in my own life to worry about the rest of,
Right.
And that's what Big Brother wants you to fucking think, dog.
Oh.
That's what they all want you to think. You have too much going in your own life. You have to go outside of the norm and fucking take down the man.
Or you just have
Oh my
to do your
God.
thing and
Yeah.
and be happy. Again, there's a balance to be had where like you can understand this stuff and
Yeah.
be aware, and not fall into kind of like the pitfalls and the veils and the traps.
Yeah.
Which everything
What
is.
he's saying, we need to fucking rise up.
Okay, stop.
No, I'm not.
Jesus.
I'm not. I think
That's
people,
exactly what James Thomas is
Fuck the
saying.
establishment.
I think people should be happy being themselves and doing their thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you have to be aware. And the thing that drives me the craziest on social media is people just mindlessly retweeting or reposting stuff that
And that's why I don't use a lot of
right, and that's why
social media.
And that's the thing is like I think you're like a not a valuable asset, but you're smart in the way that you kind of go about things because you aren't playing like the propaganda game because
Yeah.
you're not biting on it because you're ignoring everything.
Yeah.
And it's far more preferable for someone to ignore the propaganda and to ignore these things instead of playing into it, which a lot of people do because again they want to make some statement that no one's going to care about in a week.
Are you flirting with me?
Sort of.
Okay.
Let me see them
That's what I-
titties.
that's
Let
what I
me
was
see them
getting.
titties, girl.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
But the ego's a real thing, and people don't like to sort of
Yeah.
get into that too much. But you know, everyone has their reasons for what they do.
Yeah.
But there's
Where
a little bit of
can-
that ego gratification.
Where can
for
people
sure.
watch what you were talking about? 7:30.
Wendigoon?
Yeah.
Wendigoon has
YouTube.
a great
Spell that
video
out.
on it. When everyone knows.
Yeah, everyone knows
everyone
Wendigoon.
knows
He's
who,
big.
who he is.
I've never heard of that before.
It's just
Wen doesn't know.
Wendy.
WENDI.
Wendy's does sound pretty good. Yeah, they have a 5 for 5 deal.
He's great.
I mean, if you want to watch
Yeah, they
anything that
do.
talks about, like, I mean,
I haven't had Wendy's
Kids
in
on the
so
Tracks.
long.
That was another.
What's wrong
one
with
that
you? You've
talks about
changed.
how-
I know.
Yeah.
I've
Sucks.
shown you him before.
Yeah.
I live closer to In now. That's why.
There's a lot of shit. And
Yeah.
then
There isn't any
another
now.
Right there.
person that's great for like media coverage and like actual journalism is that one dude I showed you. What's his name? Jimmy G. Is it
Jimmy John's?
Johnny G.
Sausage.
The guy that sent you
I
that.
fuck with some
video.
Jimmy
Back to
John's.
our long video.
Yeah,
Ye-
Is it Jimmy?
Togo's hasn't
I think
been
it's
the
Tommy
same
G.
since they got
Tommy
rid of
G.
their bread.
Tommy G. You want to watch somebody who covers actual media shit? is Tommy G. He goes to actual places where there's like a corrupt mayor, and he confronts her and tries to like call her out on her bullshit because she's taking taxpayer money and using it on her personal gain.
That's why it's important to be unbiased.
That's a lot of politicians. Yep. That's a lot of
well, yeah, but
that's a lot of the higher ups here.
But it's important to confront those people and put them on blast.
And whatever money you give us, if you ever decide to, we need to put up a Patreon or something.
We should. We'll make you guys. I'll make you guys some fucking rad ass t-shirts.
You heard it here first.
I should haunt some of the designs I got cooking right now. There's some good ones. No, we're not. We're not take care guys.
You trying to go home?
You coming in and like fucking telling us how we're gonna run this podcast? Matt just got here, brother.
I just thought of it right now. I was like, we probably should do that.
I don't even feel like we have enough traction for that.
You know what? You're right.
But that was another Wendy Goon video that was really good, and I don't remember all the details, and it wasn't one it wasn't one I knew about until he brought it up. But the kids on the tracks, I think it was the Reagan administration, wasn't it?
I think so.
Where they were flying drugs in, and they had all these drop points.
Oh my God, yeah. I remember.
Yeah, it was, right?
That
It was the
one's
Reagan administration.
Crazy.
And they would fly these drugs into different areas of the country while Nancy's getting up there doing DARE and all this bullshit. And
We
again,
all know
they
that
did.
was just a bullshit ploy to put more people in prison.
It was crack.
Well, again, they weren't the first ones to be doing this, but they carried it on.
No, I know, but
question.
that was all just a ploy to get more people into prison to get more profits from the fucking people that own the prisons.
Partially. There's a lot of reasons why DARE was a thing. That's a
well, I'm
big
saying
reason.
the crackdown on people using drugs.
Right. But
to get the prison system.
This gets a little darker. This gets a little darker because these kids are walking the tracks at night while a drop goes off, and they don't realize what they're seeing. They drop the drugs, and lo and behold, the police departments were the ones that would come pick up the drugs. And these kids see it happen, and they all end up murdered.
Yeah,
guys, this is a movie podcast, by the way.
Not
We're
this
just
episode.
talking about this stuff.
Yeah,
we're just talking.
This was the plan for this one, was to kind of get into some other shit. These kids end up murdered. It's this big mystery. What happened? And it turns out that again they witnessed the drug drop, and the officers who were there to pick up the drug drop, took care of them.
Watch Wendigoon.
Yeah,
if
he
you want,
does some really cool videos.
And he breaks it down. It's really
and it'll shatter your perception of reality a little bit, but that's healthy.
Yeah.
It's good. You should push yourselves a little bit.
I was going to bring up something crazy, but I don't know
we
if
haven't already.
Well, no, something crazy that happened this week. I don't know if I should mention it because it's someone that I know.
Oh.
But I'm not going to name any names.
No
but
names.
I found out yesterday. It was crazy.
It's Hayden. Just kidding. It's not.
This shit's fucking wild.
Fuck, man.
So
It's
a
not
certain,
you. I
a
didn't know
certain
that.
friend or person that I know attempted something on himself. In the process of him bleeding out, cops showed up while this is happening to him, bleeding from a certain area, self-inflicted.
Mm-hmm.
Cops fucking stunned him 3 times, fucking tied him up, dragged him out into the street, and then left him there while he's bleeding out on the fucking pavement. It was crazy.
Who's this?
We're not going to name names.
No names, dumbass.
Hey, you just tell me later.
But, dude's fucking
Right.
physically hurt, and they fucking dragged him out. And he's bleeding out on, like, fucking pavement, dude.
Yeah.
And then the ambulance shows up, like, an hour later, and he still survives through all this. Insane. But I was like, dude, when I found this out, I was like, holy shit, how the they just... Because he was
That's
he was
cops,
very
bro.
Large, like, big black dude.
Yep.
It's fucked up, man.
That's cops for you.
Well, it was like
Insane.
during one of the most disgusting stories I heard during
10
Rona
cops.
was old man out in the
Not
park
cool.
enjoying sunshine, and they weren't supposed to be outside because fucking stupid, and they fucking came by on horseback and started clubbing him over the head. You go, that's their job. How much money would it take for you to fucking club an old man over the head for enjoying sunshine over the fucking flu? Like, you're a piece of shit.
Hans, put a price tag on that.
Like, you wouldn't be able to
How
pay-
much would you do that
wouldn't-
for?
No, I'm not putting him on the spot. I'm saying how much, like, would a normal person...
I'm putting him on the spot. How much would you do that for?
No, but how much would a normal person have to, like, You couldn't pay me enough to fucking do that.
It's a fucking power trip, bro.
Of course,
it's a power trip
but
that
they
all
carried out
got.
the politicians' wishes. That's the
The
problem.
politician
The
paid them
politicians.
to
This was
do
in
that?
New York. Yes, where they were cracking down on COVID super hard, which
Oh.
was ridiculous. And old men are out enjoying sunshine in the park where you can't catch shit, and they start clubbing them over the fucking head.
Central Park 5.
Horrendous shit, dude.
I need to watch that.
You really need to watch that.
I got caught up in the Paradise Lost
episodes.
one.
Which is, I want to watch that too. Shouts out Devin for that because I didn't know anything about that, and he started sending us shit in the group chat, and I was like, oh my god, this is.
There's a
He
lot of
kind
shit.
like he detailed it just enough where he didn't give anything away.
Yeah.
But to where we were all like, oh, like that's right on brand.
I was busy.
You guys need to watch it.
I
It's
was working.
fucking horrible.
Yeah.
It's a great documentary. It's just horrible.
Yep. Brace yourselves.
Horrible things that happen.
What is that? An hour and 40?
Probably.
What have you been up to?
Nothing much.
Vibin,
Yep.
Sorry, I just fucking.
You got a
took
new car.
Fat dip.
Yeah.
Tessie boys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How come I didn't? Nobody.
I was just gonna show up like I did to him.
Right now?
He
Okay, so
legit.
what model did you get?
The 3.
It's the new 3?
Yeah, that's
Nice.
125.
You get that. What color you get?
Just the dark gray.
Nice.
I need to see
Nice.
that. I can see that right now.
It's sexy. As soon as he fucking rolled up and I turned around the street and I see this one car in the middle of the fucking road and I'm like, what? And I see him in Mark's head and I'm like, no. Hopped in and I'm like, there's no fucking way. And he's like,
My guy.
That's so funny. You hopped into the car and still didn't believe it.
know who it was.
Dude, I just got into the fucking car and
fucking stole it, dude.
Yeah, so I was like,
Yeah, yeah. And you just put like
10.
10?
Yeah,
Not
especially.
bad. Did your insurance go up or
Yeah,
like lie? Or?
yeah, but we'll see what happens with that. Almost.
Tessie
I
insurance can be
think
pricey.
You needed a new car.
I think
Yeah.
this is a good place to end it. Thank you for listening to us
Yeah, say goodbye again.
talk and rant.
Rant.
And,
Take shots.
Take shots.
I'm getting with them.
Lynn's leaving. Watch Hard Eyes.
Watch Hard
Regardless
Eyes.
of what I said about it.
Watch
uh,
Wendigoon.
Watch Wendigoon.
Watch Hard Eyes.
Paradise Lost
Oh, and Tommy G.
and Tommy G.
And the new Final Destination when it comes out. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.